Into it then. Hello, everybody.
Hola.
Hello.
Hola. How are we all today?
Excellent.
Everybody say happy birthday to Miz. Happy birthday, Miz.
Happy
Happy birthday,
birthday.
Miz.
Lordy, lordy.
Do you like my
Thanks.
t-shirt?
Thank you.
Oh my god, I just
I
noticed
do like
it.
your t-shirt. That's awesome.
That is pretty great.
You have to get one.
The if you're a dragon you can fuck off one did not come out well. I just couldn't get the text to line up. It's still in the merch shop. I've left it there, but
You need to get an artist to do a scene
properly.
of the dragon outside of like the tavern or his mayor hall or whatever it is, and him just like shooing it away. Going, dragon, you can fuck off. Be amazing.
I know. Be cool. I'll maybe speak nicely to some friendly artists, but I know. Cool. So, welcome back, session 2. Brief recap, I suppose. So, session 1 found our party arriving in the town of Phandalin, going for a drink in the local tavern, as is customary at the start of every D&D campaign. We met Harbin Wester, the town's cowardly town master, and were sent to have a look at the job board at the town hall in Phandalin. And so far, the party have picked up 3 jobs and completed one of them. So on their way to Gnome, they passed Umbridge Hill, took care of a manticore-ish, and spent the night there, were gifted some healing potions, and have moved on to Gnome, where their job from the job board is to see if the gnomes have got anything that can defend the town of Phandalin from the dragon. We have also already had our first dragon sighting while Malfeasance was on watch at Umbridge Hill. So we shall see if anything comes of that. So where we left it, our party had travelled from Umbridge Hill to Gnome and had arrived at the, not quite the gates, but at least arrived in the vicinity of the gnomish stronghold of Gnome. The originally named gnomish stronghold of Gnome. We had a bit of a description, so this is the scene that we're met with. In this gorge in the mountains where the stream comes in, or the stream comes out, sorry. The couple of islands with various brightly coloured fungi. A few cliffs, a few paths up into Gnome party. What are we doing?
I'm gonna walk over to Nyx, tap her on the shoulder. Hey, Nyx, do you see the fungus? Do you know you know nature, right? Do you know nature? You know what that does?
Am I rolling a nature check to see if I...
That would be what you would need to do. Just give us a nature check.
Dice.
I got a 13.
13, okay. So, you don't know necessarily the exact species of mushroom. You can tell that they're not normal, like other mushrooms that you're familiar with. For starters, they're like 4 feet tall, and huge bulbous mushrooms, and more brightly coloured than you would expect to normally see. There's something akin to like edible mushrooms that you're familiar with, but just like huge, really over exaggerated versions of that. You can relay that back to the party now if you want.
They're big. What he said, guys.
Okay.
So
You.
they look like edible mushrooms.
They do, but they're bigger than they would normally.
Okie doke. Well, I know nothing about mushrooms.
I don't either, and I don't think any of us should eat one.
I am tempted. I'm not gonna lie. I am tempted.
I
can't
mean,
remember.
Who doesn't
you
like
go for it.
mushrooms?
Is anything else in the area oversized? Like, could we be in an unusual area where things are big? How would we check that?
Give me an Arcana check, malfeasance.
Arcana check. Where is
Arcana.
that?
So that is in your skills box. Next to where it says Arcana.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't have good for this, but we'll try. Ooh. 11 plus 1, 12.
12, okay. You sort of sense it's nothing you can specifically pinpoint, but you can sense like a general sort of crackling undertone of magic in the area.
Yes, guys, I think I'm feeling something unusual about this place. These large mushrooms. Something else here.
I mean, should we go investigate them, or should we do you think we could take a piece of each to take with us to the town, so if someone knows about it?
Maybe we could do that.
I'd just be scared because I don't know what they do.
That is true.
So sometimes there are mushrooms and they open up and then they spit their shit all over you.
Oh, great.
I'm not inclined to go poking a mushroom that's almost as large as I am.
I'm gonna shoot a mushroom.
I was gonna say, can we attack one?
Gonna shoot a mushroom, okay. Roll for an attack on the mushroom.
Tall mushroom. We can take
Roll
it.
for an attack on the mushroom then.
If this thing fires spores all over us, I'm gonna be pissed.
14.
Okay, it hits. Roll for damage.
Do I get sneak attack damage? I'm just kidding. 8.
8. Okay, you do 8 points of damage to the mushroom. Nothing happens.
Does anything happen?
Your arrow.
No, like puff of spores or anything.
Nothing. Your arrow just goes straight through it and out the other side. Nothing happens.
They must be safe.
Get wrecked, mushroom.
You know what might be a good idea. Let's find the gnomes.
Yeah.
Let's find the gnomes.
Fair. Okay, well, where should we go? Because everything's we only see this cavern. And possibly a bridge.
Side with is that does that go up? Is that an incline?
So
to our left. So on the right side of the map, but to our left, walking down.
Yeah. So where's the version of it that you can see? So this area here looks to be a sort of rocky path upwards, where my mouse is just now. And these, where I'll draw. So this is like a sort of rocky path.
Okay.
These are like little cliffs that are potentially climbable. Yeah, but these little slopes here are sort of 20, 30 feet. They're not, they're not insurmountable or anything like that. But
I guess our best bet's to go up the path.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should follow the path. I mean, it looks like what looks like a bridge in the distance.
I mean, to our knowledge, DM, this is a place where gnomes live, right? Like it's not like all we're coming to do here is to come and warn the gnomes that there's a dragon.
Yeah, so
Mm.
you're warning the gnomes that there's a dragon, and then seeing if they've got any gear that they've made that
Oh, yeah.
might help
They
you
might have
fight
something
it.
that helps
Right,
us
right.
with the dragon.
We didn't get any names of contacts here to.
No, you were just told to come and check it out.
Okay. Well,
Okay, so we're going up, heading up the
Check it out.
path. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
as I walk up the path, I'm gonna yell, "Hello, gnomes!"
Oh no.
No response.
Son of a
Okay.
bitch.
Hmm.
So where are we moving to?
Well, I want to move to the path, like to go up the path, but
Up
I
here.
can't actually move myself.
Yeah, I can't move myself either.
Oh,
Oh,
I
you
can't move
can?
myself either.
What?
I'm
You're
being
in charge.
denied.
Yeah. Everything's grayed out.
Wait. Objects and tokens. Why can't you all move anything?
Select, move. Yeah, I can highlight, but nothing's like it's just like it's fake. It's a fake highlight.
It's not like you've got the select move arrow clicked at the top of the. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's all
but
grayed
I'll,
out. Like we can't even select it.
Mm-hmm.
What?
like I can click on them, but I can't like do anything with them.
Yeah,
Right,
just
okay,
I
fuck.
can't
grayed.
even select any. Oh, you mean the?
I'll just move you all up.
You're in charge today.
Sweet.
Figure
You
that
want to
out
do
for
any
next time.
specific marching order? I can walk ahead and check for traps just in case these gnomes are.
I actually
Okay.
think that's a good idea.
Yeah. I'll hang a little bit further back. Nicodemus is kind of seems like tired. He's dragging his feet a little bit as far as like moving around goes. He's not looking so hot.
I'll stay close to Nicodemus, and as I kind of sense something's not right, since I know him quite well.
Okay. So you can see in front of you there's a corridor to your left and straight ahead.
Oh, it's like a
I'm gonna-
maze.
I'm gonna go left while checking for traps.
Okay, you're gonna go left to check for
All the
traps.
traps.
Are you like just sort of looking around for traps, or are you actively checking for traps?
I'm walking slowly
Uh-huh.
while, like, kind of in the middle.
Okay. So a perception check.
I'm looking for a piece of paper and I don't have one. 15.
Okay, yeah, there's no
12 plus
traps.
3.
You detect no traps.
All right, cool. So I can't move myself.
So you're now in this area here. So you are fail. Shite.
Maybe I should try refreshing and then I can
Maybe.
see if it
Um
works.
so the
Since I joined before you.
yeah, that's true actually. You were here before now. But then I think everyone else joined after me. So-
it's still grayed out.
So Vale is in a room now. Just looks it's sort of laid out like a dining room. You know, like a sort of almost like a restaurant in a factory or a work. There's tables sort of dotted around, small tables like gnome-sized tables dotted around with chairs all around them. It just looks like a sort of common area where gnomes would get together and eat. There's only one other way out of this room. He says, looking for the appropriate button, and it is this door here.
Is anybody coming with me?
Anybody moving
Yeah,
up?
I'll follow.
Yeah. I'll kind of follow along, while hanging
Okay.
a little further back.
I'll just kind of put you up in this sort of order then.
Yeah. That'll work.
Show us up there.
You want to anything you want to do in this room?
You said it looks like a dining room?
Yeah, it's a dining room, tables and chairs, nothing fancy. It all looks, pretty handmade, pretty rustic.
What you would expect from gnomes.
Yep.
Just kidding.
And we need to
I
roll
will-
something to see if there's been any sign of disturbance.
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
I will step up to the door, but wait for everybody.
Okay. So if you want to give us again, just like I guess we're sort of still covered from the sort of general perception check earlier when Miz was checking for traps. There's nothing else interesting in this room. It's
Okay.
just a dining hall.
Okay.
I feel, guys, we should be heading towards that bridge that we saw from the riverbed, though. Maybe. Do you want to see what's through this door and then maybe turn back the other way? Should we see where it leads?
Okay.
Alright, yeah, we can do that.
Sure.
So this door opens up into. Oh no, that's the fucking hide things button, not the reveal things button.
Ooh.
So this opens up into another corridor that looks to turn
boy.
to the right at the top, and you also see that there's another corridor here going off to the right.
I'm gonna yell out again. Hello, gnomes!
No reply.
Gnomes, are you here?
No reply. You can hear coming from up in the area heading northwards, like the corridor that goes off to the north there. You can hear some sort of clanging and banging and sort of general sounds of sort of hustle and bustle coming from that direction.
I'll go to the door.
You go to the door.
Certainly sounds like somebody's home.
And then I will knock.
You knock. There's no answer.
Check it for traps.
There's no traps.
Open the door.
Open the door. So you find yourself in what looks to be a busy kitchen. There are sort of half a dozen gnomes, all sort of going about their work. Is everybody moving up here? Yeah. With me?
Yeah, we'll go in the
Move me
fire.
up.
Okay, we'll all sort of head into the kitchen. Eh? So it's looks like a pretty industrial kitchen. So there are gnomes all over the place, all sort of going about something different. You see the mushrooms that you recognise from outside, all over the place. Those look to be what the gnomes are living on here. There is one. There's one gnome that's crushing the red mushrooms. There's one that's sort of rolling out dough that looks to be made out of the green mushrooms. There's one gnome sat over in the corner, just like stuffing the purple mushrooms in like a really foul smelling barrel. It smells like astringent and alcoholic. So it looks like they're making some sort of mind altering substance out of these
Shroom wine.
shroom wine, some good old shroom wine. And again, as I say, it just looks to be a sort of busy industrial kitchen.
Hello.
One of the gnomes turns round at your greeting. Hello there. Oh, we don't get many visitors here. Come in. Sit. And as it says that, like a couple of like sort of ethereal, glimmering, large hands sort of sweep your group up and sort of usher you towards the table in the middle of the room and kind of pull out the chairs and sit you all down. What can I get you? Can I get you anything? Do you want something to eat? Do you want a drink? Can I get you anything? What's your names?
Yeah, I'll take a drink. Something to eat. I don't care.
Puts down like some of that purple mushroom wine in front of you, and like a huge chunk of like green, vivid green bread. What are you doing here? We don't get many people coming to Engard. Who are you? What can I do for you?
I guess I am the spokesperson. We are here to warn you about the dragon. There is a dragon, and we're supposed to tell you about it and tell you to get the fuck out.
There's a dragon here in Gnome. Where is it?
There's a dragon to the northeast. There's a dragon. Somebody.
Oh, you mean there's a dragon just in the area? It's not here now.
It's not here yet.
Oh,
It's
the
very
fuck!
good.
You gave me the fright of my life there. Okay, well, I mean, I'm just a cook. You'd have to go and tell. I guess you'd have to tell the kings. You'd have to tell the kings about that.
Where will we find the kings?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of them in weeks, to be honest. I guess in their throne rooms, probably where I'd start looking, just across the other side.
Across the bridge.
Okay.
Yes, across the other side. This is like this side of Nomengard is like kitchens and storerooms and stuff like that. The people you probably want to speak to are over on the other side of the bridge.
Storerooms. Okay. I'm gonna taste the purple wine.
Mm.
It
Me too.
tastes bad, like really.
Oh no.
Like you would imagine wine made out of big purple mushrooms would taste like. It is like it like burns, and it tastes earthy, like dirt, and it just isn't something pleasant.
I'm gonna do
But-
that. I'm gonna do that thing that fancy rich people do, where they kind of sniff wine and then just set it aside without saying a word.
Oh my gosh.
See
So
this
what you're
this
telling me is it's like fresh ginseng tea.
it's like you ever had, like, if you've had a cold and you've had a ginger shot, but like that, if it was off, like that, if it had turned bad, it's like that's what it's like.
I think I'm gonna drink all of mine and slam it down. Ugh. Well,
Okay.
I've had worse.
What about the bread? Does the bread help take the taste away?
the bread's not bad. I mean, like, you know, fresh. It's fresh baked bread. You're not going to go too wrong with it. It doesn't taste like any other bread that you've ever tasted before, but it's pretty edible.
I imagine it has a texture.
I mean, earthy is good.
Earthy's
The
good, yeah,
bread.
right. Malfeasance, since you downed an entire mug of that wine, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Oh no!
Constitution what?
A Constitution save. So
Where's that?
on the left side, the
I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
gonna nibble on
D&D
some bread
Beyond.
while he's doing that.
so con, click that.
5.
5. You spew your load. Like no sooner does the purple wine hit your stomach than it rapidly exits it again.
Oh,
gnome-
I'm gonna
maybe I
rub
haven't
Mal's
had
back.
worse.
The
I'm gonna
gnome-
rub Mal's back.
the gnome that was talking to you snaps her fingers, and that large ethereal hand appears again and just sweeps your sick into the corner of the room to be dealt with later.
Mr. Gnome, I'm
Lovely.
sorry. He's not used to that. But
That's all right. It takes a bit of getting used to that. I was a bit surprised that he tried to drink it all in a winner, but yeah, it's a bit of an acquired taste, isn't it?
Certainly is.
Indeed.
I'll recover.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Boot and rally. You'll be fine.
Sorry. I'm gonna stand up and swipe some, not like stealthily, but like openly swipe some bread for the road.
Help yourself,
So I guess
there's-
we'll be off to find the kings.
You do that. All the best. I wish you all the best.
I'll
Alright.
stand up. I'll leave my food and drink untouched. I'm
Okay, so
I think I'm gonna exit and give them a scowl as I leave.
wow.
so in addition to the way that you come in, there's another route out the kitchen just to the south.
That's where I'm headed.
So you can see your head in there.
I heard storerooms. I want to know what's in these storerooms. We have time, right?
And
Oh yeah.
So
I'm not checking for traps anymore.
you're not checking for traps anymore.
No.
Okay.
Watch the storeroom be trapped.
Right.
One room.
heaven forbid
Okay.
anybody steal the shroom wine.
I mean, it's all they got, so you know.
It's all the
So,
we've seen.
so that's what you see. It opens out into a room at the end of the corridor.
Okay, I'll continue up.
Okay, so when you get into this room, it's like the storeroom, like the pantry for the kitchen, just like piled high with like wooden crates, and there's the loaves of the green mushroom bread packed in there. There's other kind of odds and bits and bobs of foodstuffs, like, bits of cheese and things like that, and a couple of barrels of the aforementioned mushroom wine.
Well, there's nothing up here. Let's turn it around.
Okay,
Aye.
okay. So we're heading back out.
Why didn't those fuckers tell us that there was nothing up here? We went the wrong way. It's a dead end.
I doubt they were expecting us to walk into their larder.
I mean, I'm not putting you in any particular order here. I'm just sort of putting you back in the corridors.
Or just like how they're like really nice, and Malfeasance is like, I'm gonna scowl at you, and Max is like, I'm gonna blame you.
And they make me sick.
I want to take that first left we haven't gone down.
Oh, yeah.
This here, or
I can't see it.
do you know? I think that page maybe needs refreshed. Right. Okay. So, are you talking about this corridor?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. So.
Oh man.
So you're going
This is
down here.
amazing.
Fine.
Okay, so this is what you find. So in this room, let me just move you all down there. So this room has these what look like sort of large crabs stored in here. Sort of parked in alcoves in an otherwise empty room. There are these two contraptions that look like barrels, but they have like sort of metallic legs and pincers extending from them. They look to be hollowed out inside, and you reckon a gnome could probably fit inside one of those.
Are these like their battle tanks?
Looks like it.
That's
Too bad
kind
we
of
don't
cute.
have
To
a
be
gnome or a
honest.
halfling. We could just take one.
I don't think we should take anything from them.
I don't think we should start
Oh,
stealing.
could we have asked one of them to show us the way
I'm not
to the
talking about
king?
stealing, not stealing.
Just borrowing.
Borrowing, exactly.
I don't
it's
think that
borrowing.
they would show us. I feel like they're probably very busy. I think if we continue down this path, we might be able to get there, maybe?
Yeah.
Well, either one joins. I mean, I know we're not meant to be able to see it, but if that one either joins to that one or something, doesn't it? We're trying to get to the bridge.
Kind of curious. I want to
Yeah.
just take a closer, not like, I just want to take like a closer look at the tank things.
Okay.
Just to
Is there anything particular you're looking for?
power source. Like I'm just kind of curious about it, just like how they work.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Investigation. 6.
Okay. It appears to run on some kind of electricity. You sort of see a little hatch and you open it up and you sort of look in and it's all gears and clockwork and nothing you can sort of really wrap your head around. Gnome stuff.
Okay, I'll just close the hatch and
Vale's gonna walk up behind Nicodemus. And so, do you fancy yourself a tinkerer?
no. It's like I said, I'll just kind of shut the lid of or the hatch or whatever I just opened. Not my area of expertise, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay. Just trying to, we got to learn about each other.
Who are you people?
Exactly.
All right, should we continue down that path, maybe?
Yep.
Okay, so
Out to the left.
out to the left.
Out to
Okay.
the left.
So we are now.
Ah.
So where are we heading? Out here? Out and to the left, you said next, right?
Yeah, and then down.
Oh
And
yeah,
then-
so I mean, it might take us there.
And then heading down here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So as you turn this corner, you hear like a loud twanging noise, and like a heartbeat later, a massive crossbow bolt just thuds into the wall right next to your head. Can everyone please roll initiative?
What
You
the
know,
fuck?
you said there was
Gnome
no
sent
trap.
us up.
Where is initiative?
Rolls are on point today.
Oh, there it is.
Well,
I got a 5. Oh,
got a
6, 'cause
7.
it's +1. 6.
Right. Let me get to the order in a sec. I'm just trying to review.
Combat's gonna be fun.
You know, I
if we
think
can't
you're
move
right
her.
to scowl at that gnome.
Yeah, see, I have good perception.
Set us up.
Right, okay. 20 plus. Anyone? No?
No.
15 to 20?
I got
17.
15.
17. 17 was that was you next, yeah?
Yeah.
What did you say, Val?
15 for Vale.
15. Okay. 10 to 15? No? Okay.
No.
5 to 10?
Yeah, 6.
I got 6. Oh wait, no, I got
9.
7.
9 for Nico.
9.
7 for Wisp. And what did you say? 6 Mil? Okay. So, Nix, since you are first in the initiative order and also are the one that can see down that corridor, you can see a sort of circular construct that looks to have been put together by probably quite a gifted tinkerer. On each sort of compass point of this circle thing, it has a large crossbow. It looks to be like an automatic rotating crossbow, so you can see where the first shot that just missed you has just come from, and the thing's now rotating to get its next shot in place. In the middle of it, you can just over the top see like a little gnome head. What are you doing?
Can I move out of the direct line of that crossbow first?
So you could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could get down into the room where the crossbow thing is, or you could get into this corridor on the left here out of the way.
If I move to the left, can that gnome jerk still hear me?
You can. You're within sort of earshot there, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move there, and then I'm gonna say, "Hey, can you not do that, please, sir, ma'am?"
And you just hear, "Oh, it works! Fantastic! I can't wait to try another shot."
Uh,
I'm getting antsy.
I'm just gonna
So
stay
you've still,
here.
you've still got like 3 squares of movement, so you could still get right down to it, or you could peek out and have an attack or whatever you
I mean,
think.
do we want to attack them? I mean, I don't think he even knows. Like, is he
Yeah,
just taking aim? Like, is he just shooting to shoot?
No, I think he just seems
why are
jolly
you
about trying to kill
shooting
us.
at us?
Sorry, is that are you directing that at the gnome?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm just testing my crossbows. Don't know who you are. You could be an intruder. There's a lot of weird shit going on around here.
I don't want to hit him.
I am looking visibly restrained.
Okay. For a change.
Right.
I'm hearing this from the other end
Go
of the hall.
intimidate him.
Okay, next, is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
No.
Okay.
I'm
Vale?
scared to attack them because we'll awaken all the other things. I'm
You don't want
sure.
to awaken the hive. No worries.
Yeah.
Okay, Vale, your turn.
I'm going to use my movement to run up to. I can move 6
Mhm.
spots up to that entryway, hopefully to see the rest of this room.
Plenty here.
Well, one. I think that's one more than I can
2,
move.
3,
Can I
4, 5,
see? Can I like
Yeah.
poke in and just see what the rest of the room looks like?
There's nothing else really in that room. There's sort of like spare crossbow bolts and bits and bobs of like tinkerer's parts and things like that sort of scattered about the place. But other than that, like the thing dominating the room is the massive sort of rotating automatic crossbow contraption that's still rotating to get into position
So
for
would
its
you
next
say
shot.
So are the crossbows automatically reloading, or is the gnome in the middle reloading the one that just shot? And I'm assuming it's going. Is it going counterclockwise or clockwise?
A perception check.
No.
What did you roll?
6.
6. Okay, well, I mean you're pretty close to it. It doesn't look like the gnome inside is doing anything to reload these. You can sort of see that sort of counterclockwise the thing's rotating round towards you, and there is already a bolt teed up in the next crossbow.
I'm going to use my cunning action, my rogue's cunning action, and bonus action dash to the middle and try to grapple the gnome.
Try and grapple the gnome. Okay, he does have half cover, so make a roll for an unarmed attack with disadvantage.
I rolled a 4 and a 1.
Oh.
Okay, you sort of you run up and you sort of jump aiming to tackle the gnome, but you can't get through the rotating parts. You can't quite get at him.
Okay, so I guess I don't know which square I'll be in, but
So let's see.
Can I just finish my bonus action dash to the southern side of the crossbows?
Here.
Yeah, or one more. Well, wherever I can fit in. Like I want to be next to him.
1, 2, 3, 4. You want to be next to the crossbows? So is there okay for you?
That's fine.
Okay.
Well, actually, can you move me one left for flanking purposes?
Okay.
Thank you.
Cool.
Okay.
That's
Nicodemus, are we going to allow this gnome to intimidate us?
Likely.
So
Considering how my rolls have been so far, I guess we'll see, but,
So it is the gnome's shot, the crossbow's shot. So since it's still mid rotation and it doesn't have a shot lined up with anyone yet, the gnome is just the crossbow is going to hold its action for now. So that brings us to Nicodemus.
okay. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't make it all the way into the room.
Well, that's Mal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it me?
4, 5,
Okay.
6. That would be with your movement.
Yeah, that's as far as I can make it into the room. But I'll go up. I'll go up there. And I guess I'll take the opportunity to yell at our gnome friend. It seems like everybody else is wanting to shout him down. So I'll just kind of walk instead of, just like rushing into combat. I'll just kind of like walk up, just kind of annoyed. And and just yell, "We've come from Phandalin to warn you about the dragon. Now stop shooting at us."
Roll a persuasion check, please. Or well, it depends. Are you trying to persuade or are you trying to intimidate?
No, I'm trying to scare this little guy because now I'm mad at him.
Okay, make an intimidation check then.
23.
Yes.
So the gnome hears your voice, the authoritative, noble tone to your voice, and he sort of peeks up over the top of his thing, and what he sees is like a half-starved looking vampire, all pale and drawn, red eyes, and he's like, "Oh, okay then. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to offend you, sir." And he kind of puts his hands up over the top of his crossbow contraption. He's like, "I'm awfully sorry. I didn't mean it. And I guess we are now out of combat. He has surrendered pant-shittingly.
So there's a question. When he raises his hands up, does the contraption stop moving, or was it moving automatically?
Yeah, the contraption stopped moving now that he's put his hands up.
Okay, good.
He's taking his
I wasn't sure if
correctly.
he was moving it.
I'm gonna lightly flick his ear.
Is this how you greet all your guests in this kingdom?
I was just testing my crossbow. There's a lot of weird shit going on around here just now. Okay, I didn't know who you were. I thought you maybe were some intruders. There have been gnomes have gone missing out of here in the last couple of weeks. I'm just trying to defend myself. So if that's not you that's been doing that stuff, then I'm sorry.
The staff in your kitchen sent us down this hallway.
Well, I didn't know that. You could have been anybody.
You say gnomes have gone missing?
Yes, we've lost a couple of my friends have gone missing in the last couple of weeks. I was only trying to defend myself.
From where are they? From where are they? Are they going missing?
Just from out of their beds and from their work and just from all over Engard.
So not from outside.
No, nobody goes outside now. Nobody goes outside from here. We work inside.
Well, that's weird.
Perhaps we will investigate.
Yeah.
We need to find you the king.
Yeah,
King.
I was
King?
gonna. Yeah,
You'll be lucky. Nobody's seen him since people started disappearing. Nobody's seen him. You'll be lucky to see the king.
Then
Did
who's in
they
charge?
disappear?
Well, the kings are still in charge, but nobody's seen him. He's been locked away since people started disappearing.
Oh, that's not a good sign. All right, well.
Which way to the throne room? Which way?
It's across the river. Just go head south out of here down towards the bridge, and then across, and you'll find your way up from there.
Can you tell us anything else about the missing brethren?
A couple of them went missing from the barracks, and a couple of them went missing from the wine cellar. But other than that, there's nothing I know.
Okay. Is there any other spinning contraptions that we should watch out for?
I mean, there's traps. There are, we are gnomes. We like to tinker. There are things. There are things that you should watch out for.
Okay, fair. So I don't know. Do you guys want to explore the rest of the room, or I mean, there's a lot of space here.
I would very much like to explore.
I want to take him with us.
Where are the barracks?
Okay.
They're across the other side as well.
To the east? Oh no, across the water.
Yes.
Okay.
Do I need if I wanted to get him to go with us, would I need to roll a second intimidation check, or is he already too scared of me?
I mean,
I would guess with a 23, with a 23, he's pretty much going to do what he's told, I think.
All right. So when we decide where we're going, I'm gonna like lean a little closer and be like, "You lead the way," because I don't want any more unpleasant surprises.
Okay. I mean, really, I'm not supposed to leave my post, but I'm to be honest, a bit scared that you might eat me if I do, if I don't come with you. So
Be.
okay then. So let's go. Where do you want to
Very
go?
grumpy.
Where do you want to go?
What's to the east? What's to the east?
What she said.
So if you want to head down in this direction, I will light up the way a little bit.
Well, to the right on the map.
East. Oh, I
Yeah,
can
east
see.
to the right.
I can see some stuff.
So there's stuff. So you're following Vale down here.
No, to the east, not south.
Or to the east?
to the right.
Yeah.
To the
All
right.
right, okay, got you. I mean nothing.
It's okay, but now we know everything. We see it all.
I need to clear the fog of war.
Yeah, that's just wall.
That is
There's
how
nothing
I
wrong with
Oh,
Oh,
oh man,
okay.
bruh.
That's what I was trying to get when I stepped in the room. I wanted to know
Got
what
you.
was.
that. Ah, right, okay.
I was expecting more of those spinning things. Damn.
So
Okay.
Can I ask the gnome its name? What is your name, gnome?
my name's Factory.
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 Okay. And what is your title in this kingdom?
Crossbow machine maker guy?
Crossbower.
Really know what you mean?
You're
You
a
were-
tinkerer?
Yes. I mean I'm a gnome, yes, so yeah, yes, that's what I do, a tinker.
Well, I'm not going to stereotype, okay?
Well that's very, very modern minded of you, thank you.
Can we Oh my god, I closed the game, sorry. I wanted to go down to the big room.
Yeah, let us continue.
Yeah.
You will continue.
Okay. So where are we
You
heading?
can see out the right. We know that there is the thing, so we'll just keep going south.
Keep going south
And then to the east, to the big room, right there.
to this room here.
I don't know where here is.
Yeah, we
Yes,
can't.
that room.
We still can't see anything.
Righty-ho. So this room.
Yes.
Okie. You find yourself in a room surrounded by barrels.
Search the barrels.
Okay.
It's blood. Just kidding.
Is there a specific barrel that you want to check?
Oh, do we have to do it specifically?
I'm just asking.
Do we need to search these battles?
Do we know
I
what
just
they
had
are?
I just had a thought. I'm gonna look at our little companion and say this would be the wine cellar you mentioned.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
is
I don't want any more of that wine.
From which
Gnomes
you're
when they went missing.
mm-hmm.
Yes, a couple of gnomes have gone missing from this wine cellar. You can see he kind of looks scared and he starts to sort of put his back against the wall. He's like,
No. Don't be against the wall. Come to the middle.
Okay, so he
When
comes
we
over.
when we first, had a look in this area, we felt like an underlying magic. Can I ask, is it Fectimus, did you say? What the name was? Can I ask them,
Factotum.
like,
Factory.
Factory? Could I say that to him? Could I say, well, when we arrived here, I've sensed an underlying magic about this place. Is that you guys, or is that something that that you guys are feeling, and do you think it's part of your missing friends?
No, it's not. There's a lot of sort of natural magic converges on this place, so we use it in our tinkering. But it's it's from a natural source. It's always been here. That's why we live here. It's because of the sort of natural magic that sort of pervades the area.
Can I investigate the northern wall and just see if there's any like hidden entrances or exits
So you're just sort of checking for.
where something may have like burrowed in to steal the dwarves, the gnomes.
You're checking for weird shit.
Yes.
Anything actively checking will be an investigation check then.
Thoroughly, yeah.
And on this north wall.
Yeah, I mean that's where I'm starting. I
Okay.
didn't know if anybody else wanted to check anything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
My modifier.
17 plus 3 is 20.
20. Okay. So there's nothing immediately remarkable about any of those barrels or the wall. You kind of have a good feel about. There's nothing that feels like it should be, like it would move or like it's a secret door or anything like that. There's nothing about this north wall, the area that you're looking in, that feels off.
All right, should we press on then?
Nobody else wants to check any of the other walls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to.
Oh, go on.
I was gonna say I'd like to pick another while she's checking the north wall. I'd like to check like let's say the east wall.
Okay.
my
Make your own perception check then.
Perception.
Investigation.
Oh, good.
Sorry, investigation check.
Oh, dang. Okay. My modifier in this is terrible, so we'll see how it goes. 2.
You rolled a 2.
There's a wall here.
It appears to be a wall and
Big
some
wall,
barrels.
These barrels are really well made.
Can I check the other wall?
The southern
Whichever
wall.
one was locked. Yep.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
15.
15. Okay. So as you sort of start, you go along, feeling around the walls, kind of knocking on the barrels. You knock on the first one. Sounds like a barrel full of wine. You knock on the second one. It feels like a barrel full of wine. You step along and you knock on the third one. And it's kind of squishy, and all of a sudden the barrel starts cracking down its length and it opens up into this huge salivating mouth with jagged teeth, and a huge kind of lolling spiked tongue comes out, and it sort of makes a move towards you to attack. So let me just sort out my D&D Beyond shit.
That's outstanding.
So this is what you are fighting.
You had me at squishy.
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 It probably wouldn't have been squishy actually, but it made it served my narrative a bit better. So it is going to make a surprise attack on you, Jen, since you're the one that just gently wrapped it on the forehead.
My Zephyr Strike right now.
So it rolls a 13 to attack, which I think misses you anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, so we are back in initiative. If everyone can roll initiative, please.
Oh shit! Come on, dice. Oh fuck!
Okay.
So can I just ask? Sorry to break. Does this put us in the order of who attacks or something?
Yeah. So in your initiative order, it's from highest to lowest. That's how you sort of determine the order of attack turns. So 20 plus.
22.
Okay. 15 to 20.
18.
I got 16.
Got a 16 with spear. What about the other two of you?
12.
2.
Nico. Okay, lovely. Okay, first up in the order, Vale. What would you like to do?
I would like to move southeast 2 squares so that I'm like to the left of that corner on the right wall.
Southeast 2 squares. Alright, come on, fuck. Oh no, I'm on the wrong screen. So
I don't know why
south.
we can't move our own things. That's
I know
weird.
that is annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 1, 2. So you're here. Oh, fucking. No, it's not even letting me move them. Come on.
Time to bust out the stick figures.
Even. Right, I'm going to refresh 2 secs. So you're here. Is this where you wanted to go?
Yep. I am going to throw 2 daggers at it.
Throw 2 daggers. Okay. Make your
So
attacks.
First dagger, 10.
Misses.
Second dagger, what? 9. Son
Also,
of a bitch.
also misses.
I'm gonna move. Take the rest of my movement. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To move next to. So is that where Nyx is? Wasn't it the third barrel? So is that
Was
where
it the
she's standing?
third
or-
barrel? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's in melee range with it, so she could have chapped it from there. So
I'm gonna move up next to her.
next to her. So right in front of the enemy.
Mm-hmm. Did my
Okay.
did my daggers at least bounce off of like the wall?
Yeah, okay, let's say that. They're on the floor behind the enemy.
I'm gonna move near my daggers to get them. Is what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
I should
Like
have
that's
asked about
gonna be about as close as you can get to them just now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Okay. That ends your turn then, Phil?
Yep, because I did my bonus action was the second attack. So
Okay then. Nyx, you are up.
I have a gameplay sort of question.
Mhm.
My Zephyr Strike is considered a bonus action, so do I
Mhm.
have to take an actual action first?
No, you can take a boat. You
Can I
can take
cast
them
that
in
first?
you can take them in whatever order you want to. So you're using bonus action to cast Zephyr Strike.
Yes.
Okay, cast away, and
what that is?
I don't really know.
so
I also can't remember how to actually cast it.
yeah,
Okay.
but it's a concentration spell. It lasts up to a minute, and at any point you can give yourself advantage on a weapon attack, and that attack deals an extra 1d8 force damage, and it increases your walking speed by 30 feet as well.
Can I shoot my longbow from here?
You would do it at disadvantage because you're within melee range.
Okay. Can I? Zephyr Strike also adds 30 feet to my movement before my turn ends.
It does.
So can I move where, like, next to Wisp, and then not be at a disadvantage?
So if you you can do that. The enemy will get an attack opportunity against you, though. It'll get to make an attack for you leaving melee range with it. If you
My Zephyr Strike prevents that.
What does it?
Your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
Well, there you go then. Of course you can do that.
Shit.
Sweet. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna shoot my longbow at him.
Okay, so you want to just move up, up next to where Wisp was, you said, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, make an attack with your longbow.
Fail, right?
No, you make an attack with your longbow.
I've always assumed in combat, like especially if you have people in melee range, they're moving around because it's all
Aye.
happening in 6 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a 19 to hit.
That hits. Roll your damage.
So I got a 9, and then can I roll the extra 1d8 as well?
You can.
How do I do that?
So just in the bottom corner, you can roll a d8.
A 9 and a 7, so 16.
Nice.
Ooh. You just did this awesome matrix dive backwards with the line. That's great.
This is badass. So yeah, so you like startled by the appearance of a pretty nasty looking mouth out of a barrel, and then it sort of failed flailing attack at you. You sort of spring backwards, draw back your bow, take your shot, like all in one, just swift, fluent, elvish movement, and you take the enemy through one of the 6 eyes that have appeared on the front of the barrel, and you do your damage. Does that end your turn? So you've used your bonus action, your action, and you've moved. So yes.
Yep.
Cool. Wisp. Let me just check, because you rolled the same initiative as the enemy. So, what is your dex score?
Uh,
14.
14
Yeah.
plus 2.
Okay. You go first. You take your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay, so I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna stay where I'm at, but I'm gonna use Guiding Bolt on it.
Ooh. Okay. Roll for attack with Guiding Bolt.
Uh, 18.
Ooh, hits. Roll your damage.
Oh god, 18.
Oh, nice.
Spicy.
Yeah, that is. Okay, so a flash of light streaks out of your hands towards the mimic, and just powers in, like takes its where its mouth is opened and where the barrel is cracked in half, and the big floppy minging tongue is coming out. Your guiding bolt just absolutely hammers right into there, decimating this thing. It's pretty hurt. It's not looking too healthy now. Sort of starting to regret ever stopping being a barrel.
So Guiding Bolt also gives advantage to the next attack on it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So
I think that'll be the end for me.
Okay. So the mimic's left sort of glowing after Wisp's guiding bolt attack. So the mimic takes its turn now.
Ow.
Right, so that's
Mom.
cool. Guys are doing well. Okay, so let me get back to the right screen. Okay, Vale, you are in melee range. I am going to make a bite attack. That's a 17 to hit.
It hits.
It hits. That's 8 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Oh, no, sorry. 11 points of piercing damage.
Son of a bitch.
Oh no.
And 5 points of poison damage.
I'm down.
You're down. Okay. So the mimic, just in desperation, lunges at Miz with its, like, the barrel just like cracks open to like its widest extent, and it clamps down on Vale, and she is immediately, you see her just like welts of blood just appear all over her, and she sort of stands for a second, wobbles, and then the poison takes her, and she just collapses in a heap.
Oh my god. This thing's going down.
Okay. That brings it to Nico.
I want to move backwards in the same row as where Nixon and Wisp are, and I'm gonna use my bonus action for, where is it? Hexblade's Curse.
Okay.
So once per short rest, I can choose it, and then I get the extended crits and the +2 bonus to damage and all that good jazz. And I'm gonna hit it with an Eldritch Blast from here.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Yes, thank you.
That's your birthday,
Warlock.
miss.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Should I hit it first?
Yeah, I doubt it. 12.
Oh, just hits.
Oh, okay. So roll
Your
for damage.
Yep.
7.
7. Okay, cookie.
And 7 and +2 from the curse, so I get 9.
Okay, so that familiar vampiric red energy swirls around your hands, and you just unleash it towards the mimic. Blasts it, takes it. It's looking really fucking, really regretting this fight now. It's looking pretty hurt. Mouth. Did that end your turn, Nico?
Yes, but I have a question first.
Yes.
Do mimics bleed?
They are.
I figure we've hit it enough. If it were going to, it would have by now.
Yeah, it's a monstrosity rather than a beast. So I don't know if you want to drink its blood, even if it is bleeding. I mean, it probably is bleeding. It'll be bleeding, but it'll be like black tar, horrible, horrific stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that attack get the bonus from the thing that Wisp did?
That would. I mean, that would have just been a roll with advantage anyway. He had hit it.
I mean, it could be a 20. If it.
Oh yeah, true. Do you want to try that roll again with advantage just to see if you get a crit?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
So are we counting the first roll and then just rolling the second one?
Yeah, just roll another attack, and if it's a crit, we'll retcon.
Okay. And nope.
Okay.
No, I crit on 19s and 20s from the Hexblade's Curse and still didn't get there. So
Well, no luck. Okay, Malfeasance. Your turn.
Okay, so I need to move a bit closer as well, don't I? Could I go to the right of Nicodemus?
You can. Let me just get you
there. I mean, since it's regretting the fight, is it worth now trying to do anything, or is it too late for that? Have we got to try and kill it?
What would you like to try and do? So bear in mind that it's a monstrosity rather than a.
Okay.
Can I shout fucking kill it?
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking kill it.
Okay.
swearing is a free action.
Swearing is a free action.
It
might not be in the rules, but it is in this game.
No worries. Okay. So I think I'm going to go for the Chaos Bolt then.
Okay.
Trying to hit with the Chaos Bolt.
Right. So, you see Chaos Bolt. Roll your attack.
Chaos Bolt.
Chaos Bolt.
15.
15 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Roll your damage.
How do I do that bit?
There's just where it says 2d8. You also, I think with Chaos Bolt, don't you need to tell me what kind of damage you want it to do?
It's doing poison, I think.
So you can change that though.
Oh, well, leave it as... Oh, it's acid. Leave it as acid.
He said, hinting subtly, you might want to think about changing that. a different
Oh.
damage type.
I
I
just
don't know how
fire.
to change it.
Use fire.
Yeah, it does. Just make your roll and tell me what kind of damage you're doing.
What? I don't know what I'm rolling. What do I
So
click
just-
on to roll now?
So just there where it says to the 2d8.
All right, okay. Well, that's one
Next
thing
to
you can is I
Chaos
pressed it by accident.
Yeah.
A, and I want it to be fire.
Okay, 8 points of fire damage it is.
There you go.
Okay. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I don't really know what I can do in my turn. Can I do any other attacks or anything? Or
That
can
would
I
have
just
been
move?
you. Nah, that would be you. You've moved. You don't really have anything else to do as a bonus action.
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Okay, back to the top of the round then. Vale,
I'm ready.
what do you want to
Oh,
do?
fuck.
Oh, no,
It went out of my turn.
death saving throw, sorry.
Yeah, I failed. I rolled a 3.
So that's one fail. Okay, next.
Oh, it's my turn already?
It's your turn, yeah.
I will shoot another arrow at him.
Fair dues. It worked pretty well the last time.
Yeah.
Roll for your attack.
Got a 21 to hit.
That hits. What was your dice roll? 15? 13, okay. Plus 8. And okay, roll your damage.
5.
What was your damage roll?
5.
5. Okay, okay. Thank you.
How's it looking?
Pretty fucking hot.
I've looked at it for ages.
It's looked hard for ages. But your last couple of attacks have been really weak. You did front loaded like a pile of damage, and then you've just been tickling it since pretty much. So that was how many points, Jen? Sorry, 5.
5, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anything else? You bonus action wise, anything else you want to do? Nope. Okay. Wisp, it was your turn, wasn't it? You were next in the order.
Okay, so is Miss healable or is she down?
No, she's healable. So
Okay, and then my next question is healing word. It says a bonus action under it. Can I use that as a bonus?
yeah, remember we sort of covered this the last time,
don't
so you
remember
can
how it
so you can use it as your bonus action. You can cast healing word as your bonus action, and then for your action, if you want to use another spell, it needs to be a cantrip.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay, well I'm gonna run up to Nyx.
Thank God.
Or not Nyx, sorry, Ms. Vale.
God.
Damn it. And I'm gonna use Cure Wounds. It has to
Okay.
be like in range, I guess.
Mhm.
Alright, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so just roll the dice for the healing then for Cure Wounds.
12.
So Vale comes back to consciousness with 12 hit points.
Whoa. Prone,
wounds
but alive.
Yes, the
I just want to point out for I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I just want to point out that if I think the mimic goes after you, Wisp. So if it would have gotten a melee attack on me and hit me, it's an automatic crit, which is 2 death saving throws, and I would have been dead.
Oh no.
So yeah, you see the wounds across across Vale's chest just close up, and she comes back like with a start.
Oh God.
Oh, I think you had to move me up there too, huh?
I shall. Anything you want to do with your action? Oh no, that was Cure
That was my
Wounds.
action.
That was your action. So you use Cure Wounds as an action. Anything for your bonus?
So for my bonus, I'm gonna use Invoke Duplicity.
Mhm.
I guess to create an illusion of me.
Okay, cool. Where do you want it to be? So it needs to be within 30 feet of you.
It'll basically just be in front of me and Ms. and Vale. Sorry, Vale.
Okay. Okay, so you've moved up to here, to healers, and you want your invoke duplicity to be
Basically
sort
in
of
front of the monster. Yeah.
there. Okay, so right, I'll just remember that it's there because we've nearly finished this combat turn anyway. Cool. Okay, that ends your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mimic is going to make a pseudopod attack. So that's on
duplicate?
no, nice try, Phil, on you.
I'm on the ground.
So yeah, with advantage then. Thanks for the reminder. Guess
Oh
what?
no!
Only because melee.
And sorry, but you guess what the advantage roll was?
It better not be a. Is it a crit?
It's a natural 20.
Oh,
Um,
no.
man.
So
this is gonna suck.
That's a 25 to hit. 1d plus 3. So that's 5.
I might have some.
Yeah, that's 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's total?
Yep.
Oh, I don't. Oh, all right, 10 points. Well, that's a mild crit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I rolled it's a 1d8 attack. I rolled a 5. And
On the edge of consciousness.
that is it. Yep. Okay, that ends the Mimic's turn. Nicodemus.
Before we go, the illusion doesn't exist.
Right.
I looked into it that to make the illusion is an action. What I did was
Ah.
to move it. Okay,
Right.
so it's not real. It's not there.
I know.
All right.
How many times have you seen that on Critical Role in Campaign 2 with Jester trying to, and how many times have you heard that exact rule? What it was just said explained. Okay, cool. Thanks for your honesty there, Wisp. Nicodemus, your turn.
Ooh, I'm not so sure I want to get that close to this thing after seeing that. So, after the first Eldritch Blast hits, I'm going to hold my position. I'm just going to grit my teeth and hit it with another one.
Okay, cool. Roll your attack for Eldritch Blast again then.
10. Wait, let me take a look at something real quick. Okay, it's on damage roll. So 10 to hit.
Misses.
Yeah.
So you summon this once again, sort of summon the Eldritch energy into
Getting orc flashbacks.
into your hands.
Didn't miss it by that much.
Let it go, and it just like as it's swaying, your shot just sails past it, missing its target. Hexblade's Curse not still last? Do you not still have?
Hexblade's Curse only gives me a bonus to damage rolls and an extended crit range, and then I regain hit points if I kill it or if it dies.
Okay. Malfeasance.
Oh, I can throw my hand axe, can't I? I'm gonna chuck my hand axe at it.
Okay.
Slashing.
Just roll your attack with your hand axe then.
Is that the first one on the left first?
Yeah, so the plus where it says +3, click that.
16.
16 hits, roll damage.
And that's that thing.
That's the 1d6, 8 points of slashing damage. Okay. So you wheel back, you whip out your hand axe from off your belt, you wheel back, just yell at it, fucking die! Launch the hand axe right into the Mimic's mouth, and it just takes the thing's tongue straight off, embeds right in the back of its mouth, and you just see the six bright yellow eyes just go dim as it falls down dead.
Oh, thank the gods.
Cool.
Definitely
Smiling
was
lady,
orc
what you want
flashbacks.
me to say? Ugh.
So we are now you're out of combat.
Can I
So,
heal
yeah.
out of combat?
You can, yeah.
Can I
If you-
do that?
Bear in mind, if it costs a spell slot, it still costs a spell slot out of combat.
I still have a couple of healing potions from our previous adventure I could give.
I
A
mean,
couple. I have a healing potion, but I don't think I want to use that right now
Oh,
because it
okay.
goes away.
you've kind of got, what have you got?
I don't know how to fix you.
You know what? Let's. Oh, God.
I mean,
I'm just
yeah.
going to stay back. I am not a damage taker.
Okay,
Ugh.
cool. So, Factori's like, oh my god, what the fuck was that thing? Jesus, did you see the teeth on it? I thought you were dead there for a second when it got you in its mouth. Holy. Here, do you think that's
I
what's
saw
been
the
making.
light.
Do you think that's what's been disappearing gnomes?
I think that would answer your mystery.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Well, I think you better tell the kings. They might want some proof that you've killed it. But my goodness, that was absolutely terrifying. I'm glad I came in here with yous rather than come in here on my own. I'd have been done for. That thing would have gobbled me up in one bite. So it would have.
Well,
Is
we
there
could take its tongue to your king.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you may add to your inventory one stinking mimic tongue.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, you don't really need to add it to your inventory. We'll just remember that you've
okay.
got it. Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
gather up my daggers.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure you don't leave
Gather
them.
the daggers.
Oh, do I have to retrieve my hand axe, or is that
You do-
just something that I would
yeah.
normally do?
Gonna want to retrieve
Yeah,
that.
I'll put my foot on it and yank it out, and be satisfied with myself.
Anything?
You said the stuff that this thing was bleeding was pretty foul, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you drink it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to spend a minute like looking and thinking about it,
Mm-hmm.
and then just kind of like making a noise in the back of my throat, like, and then walking away from it. Like I said, I had to really seriously consider it there for a minute.
It's no good for you.
Okay. So you're deciding. I
But
decide this.
Somebody else will have to take the lead. I cannot take the lead now.
Okay.
Injured.
All right. Do you still have any of that?
So what do you mean that it casts a spell outside of combat?
So you know how when you cast a spell. So I'm going to pull up your. So look on stream just now, right?
Exposed.
Exposed. So when you cast a spell, you click on. Well, you used Cure Wounds before, so these are your spell slots. So first level, you have 3 spell slots per day per long rest. So these reset fully when you sleep, and or partially when you just take a short rest. So you can only use these spells, any combination thereof, 3 times a day, basically. So you've used one.
And so if
Cure
I get
Wounds
into
already.
combat again, can I not use it?
You can use it, but you've only got 2 more spells for the day. So you can, if you used, say for example, oh no, because you cast Guiding Bolt as well, didn't you? So you've got 1 spell slot left.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that's how.
There was also things that I forgot to do there when you cast magic too. Damn it. Okay, so you've got basically 1 spell slot left for today. So you've got like 1 more Cure Wounds, or
That's only first level spells, right? You can,
Those are-
you can
yeah,
cast unlimited cantrips.
yeah. So the cantrips that you have here, you can cast unlimited numbers of those. So Sacred Flame, Spare the Dying, those you can cast like as many times as you like. But these you can only, all of these first level spells you can only cast 3 of a day. Obviously, as you level
Dang,
up,
I didn't know that.
you get access to more of them.
That's why I've been using Eldritch Blast so much, is because I can just keep doing it as many
You
times
just keep
as I
doing
want.
it, yeah. Let me.
Okay, well that makes more sense then. I was like, so I can't I could what? Like I'm limited outside of combat. All right, that makes more sense.
How many? It's okay. Maybe it's just 3 cantrips at second level for you then. Okay. But we're out of combat. What do we want to do now then, team?
Need to go across the bridge.
Yeah. I'll head to the we'll head over to the door in the door on the east wall, or the west wall, western wall.
I'm gonna try to position myself in the middle of the group so that I'm not in the back and not in the front.
Okay.
I'll take the
All right,
I'll take the
stay
lead.
back with Nyx.
Yeah, I can be at the front with Nicodemus since we haven't taken any damage.
Okay. So
And make a conga line.
I'm gonna limp along and
We gotta go
my
south.
my bitten arm.
so you can see now.
Let's make
Motherfuckers better not
let's make Feck go first.
Oh yeah, where is he in our marching order?
We'll call that empty space behind
he's
you.
in front of me. I'm kicking him along. That's right. I told him he was leading the way, so I'm
leading the way.
You know, yeah, I'm like steering where we're going, but I'm like putting him out there first. Yeah.
Okay.
He's still scared of me, right?
Yeah, he's still terrified.
Okay,
good. Yeah. Because he also just watched you stand for a minute, licking your lips at the thought of drinking blood from a dead mimic. So he's even more terrified now, I would say. Cool. Okay, so this is what you see in front of you now. There's a guard post up ahead, with two young, quite kind of well put together, ready for action gnomes sat there. So everybody and old Factory are down here, and the gnomes are like, "Halt! Who goes there?"
I'll look at our little our gnome companion, and just sort of my head just sort of snaps in his direction.
Yes, of course, sir. Of course, I'll take care of this. Hello there, boys. It's me, Factory. Listen, I don't even know where to start. To be honest, I was working on my crossbow thing that I've been working on. But I was working on that, and then these folks they come down, and this man scared the bejesus out of me. And then we went into the wine cellar, and there was one of the barrels came alive. It bit that lady there, and they killed it. And they've got its tongue. They've cut its tongue out. I think we're going to go and show that to the king. We think that might have been what's been disappearing people. Do you know what I mean? And the two gnome guards are just sort of like
looking startled.
They're just like, well, I'll tell you what, Factory, that's a lot of information to get in one go there. Off you pop then, on you go and see the kings. Don't let us stop you now. Thanks for taking care of that, by the way, you lots. Yeah, on you go. Cross the bridge and just follow the path around.
Thank you, good sirs.
I'm not saying anything, but I'll nod and then make my way out the kind of
Thank you.
shoving our companion forward toward the bridge and then following along behind him.
Okay, so we're out on the precipice of the bridge. So the waterfall is just absolutely chundering down. The sound's deafening. The spray's coming up as you sort of step out onto the precipice and up out onto the bridge. Right, if video games have taught you anything, right?
Is the bridge sturdy?
The bridge
looks janky.
Yeah, it looks janky. Right. Yeah.
Do we need to check for traps for anything?
Yeah,
No.
I as written, the bridge is poorly drawn but sturdily constructed. So
Okay.
yeah, there's
Okay, I was about to say, why is zigzag like that though?
Why do you
One
think I
at a
made him go
time.
first?
yeah. So yeah, you're all kind of. I mean, it's still a rope bridge, but it's a gnomish rope bridge. It's kind of well put together.
But it's a nice
One at a
rope
time.
bridge.
So one at a time, you head across.
Thank you.
Okay, and this is what you find. So you're
Like, please
now.
don't be another mimic.
So you're in.
Something to drink. Please be something to drink. Please be something to drink.
You're in this room. So
Oh
The-
my
Fuck.
fucking god!
so they're like
Oh, what?
large spinning ventilation fans. So obviously it's an underground habitation. You know, there needs to be a way of exchanging the air in and out of the place.
Sorry, what is this contraption about?
Oh, this
What
is just
this shit?
this is just the ventilation fans. Let me take care of that. Here's a wee trick that we use, and he clicks his fingers just like the cooks in the kitchen were doing, and that shiny kind of ethereal magical hand appears, and it sort of creeps forward, floats forward in between the two fans over to a lever that's sort of vaguely obscured on the other side of the room. Flicks it, and the fans spin down. And
Very
stop.
clever indeed.
Yeah. So you all heading through the now stopped fans?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm running. I'm running.
Okay, Wisp's just shoving by everybody. She's running,
Oh, by time models.
But nicely though.
but nicely in a nice way. Okay, excuse me, pardon me, coming through.
Get the fuck out the way.
Move, bitch, get out the way. Okay.
I know Factori's scared of me, but I will take a moment to say something. You know, I will admit I am impressed by your people's technical ingenuity. When he flips the switch and all that.
Oh, thank you kindly, sir. Thank you. It's very much appreciated. We try our best. You know, we work really hard at our inventions and stuff like that. So, thank you. We appreciate it. So, you're now in this room. There's sort of one way in, one way out, I guess. Can you all? Is it what's? It's just right. I get it. It's what's on stream's not refreshing. So when I'm like changing stuff and revealing areas, you're seeing that straight away as soon as I do it, right? Because I don't think stream is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep. Yes, we
Right.
are.
Okay. Cool. So this is the area that you're in now. One way to go. So you're heading up in that direction.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The gnome first, and then I'll follow behind him.
Okay. Leading the way, then the gnome
Staying in the middle.
takes you in to this room.
More gnomes.
More gnomes. So as you enter this room, there are two gnomes sort of busily, feverishly bent over workbenches. One looks to be working on something with a lot of sort of leather straps and buckles and
Oh, really?
some sort of restraint, it looks like, and the other one is sitting with this sort of long metal cylinder with you see sort of he's sort of trying to whittle into the metal, like carving shapes out of the metal. They're too busy to notice you. They haven't looked up from their work.
Okay.
Excuse me. We're out to see the wizard.
Oh, hello, howdy ho, it's nice to meet you. My name's Fibblestib, it's a pleasure to greet you.
Hi, we're looking for your kings.
So the first gnome that sort of greeted you and rhyme sort of goes straight back to their work and starts ignoring you again. The other one sort of looks up and he kind of adjusts his glasses and he's like, I'm sorry about him, he's losing his mind. We've been working really hard recently. My name's Fibblestib. This is fucking Rhyme Master General over here. He's Dabbledub. How can I help you find people? I see you've found our friend Factori.
Yeah, so we got this tongue from a mimic, and we want to show it to your kings. We're just trying to find out where to get there.
About the dragon.
Yeah, what Vale said.
So wait, so you've killed a mimic and there's a dragon, and you want to see the kings?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a lot of information to get in the one go. So it is. So, where did you find a mimic?
In your wine
cellar.
cellar.
In the wine
There's
cellar?
probably another one in the barracks.
And there's probably another one in the back. Jesus. Well, you wouldn't expect it, would you? It's not this kind of thing you expect to find. And then from like the opposite table, you just hear the other gnome just saying, have to solve it. It's the only thing we can use to fix the king. And he goes back to his work, and his mate just kind of looks over at him like,
So
you can tell he's just sick of hearing rhymes all the time. So he's like, yeah, so you sorry, distracted. He's like, you wanted to see the kings about the dragon and a mimic, and you think there's more in the barracks. Okay.
It could be.
Okay.
Possible. Your companion here, and I'll gesture to Factori. Your companion here said that the barracks was a location that some of your people had gone missing. Yes,
that's true. Yes, that is true. The barracks had gone missing in the barracks in the wine cellar, which probably explains why you found a mimic in there, to be honest. And then you hear next to you see time to tap, time to soda before the day gets any older. And he's fucking rhyming again, bloody. And he's like, right, okay, so if you want to go and inspect the barracks, you want to take the door over there, and he sort of points over to this door here, this entrance here, and he says if you want to go and see the kings, you want to go out of that door over there. You're going to want to go past the treasury on your left, straight onto the end of that corridor, and that's the throne room up there. So it is. And then you hear.
The treasury?
I heard treasury.
Yes, the treasury is just on your left, but ignore that and just go straight on, and that's the throne room. That's where the king should be.
Of course.
And then you hear next to you hear next to you. I think I've finished my sanity ray. Now I'm fucking done for the day. And at that, the tube that he was working on starts sort of emitting this faint blue glow, and the gnome just goes. And just like collapses from exhaustion, and his mate kind of reaches over. Fibblestub reaches over and he picks it up and he's like looking at it, and he sort of flicks down all his little lenses and he's inspecting this. And he's like, I think the mad bastard might have actually done it.
What is that you're holding?
This, I mean, he was calling it a sanity ray, but I mean, I don't know. He said that was the thing for the king, because the kings were, you know, they've been worried about people being disappearing and stuff like that. And, you know, I think one of them might have lost his mind, actually, because they've been locked up and we've not seen them.
A sanity what?
A sanity ray. It shoots rays of, I mean, I don't think that's what it does, but it can't be. It looks like, does any of you know anything about magic?
Yes, I'm a sorcerer.
And he sort of hands it to you and he says, what do you make of that?
I'll run a perception check.
Would be an arcana check.
Arcana check, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Only a 5.
Okay. So you can't identify what it is. You sort of look, you get a hint that there's there's some sort of spell stored in it. Okay. But beyond that, you can't tell sort of, you know, what sort of spell it might be or what it might be. You sort of hand it back to him.
Do I? Can I not take it?
I mean, you can.
Can I ask to take it? I mean, I can see that this is of magic, Gnome. If we're to see your kings, perhaps we should take this with us, as a means of our own protection.
Interesting. I mean, I don't think I'd want to let you take it near the kings until I properly understand what it does. And he sort of snatches it back out your hand, and he sort of flicks his lenses down again. And he's like, tries to waken up Dabbledob. And he's, Dabbledob, wake up. And the guy's just out for the count. And he's looking. He's like, I think maybe it's for removing magical effects, but I think it only works the once. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, well, I don't suppose you can do any harm with it. And he hands it back to you, Malfeasance. Okay. So I will.
One of the kings might be insane.
Yes. So the rumor is that, well, that they sort of had a bit of a falling out when people started to go missing, and well, Carbaz has locked him and Nerkly in their bedroom, and I think Carbaz might have lost his marbles a little bit.
So there are 3 kings.
No, there's only 2, Carbaz and Nerkly.
Nerkly. How do you spell that?
Gnerkli. Carbaz was ranting about a shape changer, and then he was like, I saw him and he was like dragging Nerkly into the throne room, like shouting at him, accusing him of being a shape changer and all that. So it's been a terrible time. That's what I've been working on. Like, I'm working on just a straitjacket to try and restrain Carbaz, because I don't know. I think he might have gone mental. I think all this pressure of people going missing and stuff.
So have you finished making that?
I've still got a bit to do on it. It's not quite ready yet. I'm a bit worried about some of the stitching here.
So you don't think that Carbaz may have found something out about Nerkle, and perhaps Nerkle is the one who needs to be cleansed?
I mean, it could be. I guess you'd need to go and find out. To be honest, I've just been busy here trying to come up with something that might help.
I think maybe we should go to the treasure. Go and see the kings.
Okay. Well, good luck, and I hope you manage to, whatever you manage to do helps them.
Does anybody else have any more questions for the gnome?
Ugh, no.
Okay. You've been very helpful. We will take this item and hopefully it will come in good use.
Okay, cool. So the DM voice now. What that item is a single-use dispel magic spell. Okay. It has a single use of the spell dispel magic stored in it.
Okay.
And once that dispel magic spell has been used, it looks like the power source that's powering the spell will dissipate.
Looks like we have some detective work to do.
Okay, so treasury is the western side door. Barracks is the northeastern side door. Okay. Choose your direction. Treasury and throne room is to the west.
Well, there might be a mimic in the barracks, and we already warned them, so I don't know that we should go there.
Is that where the barracks are? Is the north one, the northeast?
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards visiting the kings first.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm kind of leaning towards that too.
Okay. So that's the corridor that's in front of you.
Sticking to the middle.
There's the treasury. And
I gotta shut my window. It's getting a bit cold.
I think we'll pass the treasury for now. Right? So after we speak to the king.
Okay.
What if there's a mimic in there?
So
I trust nothing at this point.
So
that is a very good point, actually, Wisp.
Are we heading straight to the throne room?
Let's head straight to the throne room so that we can figure out what the fuck is going on here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Also, I think we should try to get the 2 kings together and then use that dispel to see who's who and what's what.
I
don't trust it.
Single use, so we have to figure out.
Oh, it has to be used on one?
Only one.
Shit.
Only one target.
So we can't do like an AoE thing?
This is gonna be like a what is the thing? What they had to like, I don't know. There's some like ancient story about there's 2 people who are trying to convince you or something, and then they had to choose the right person, and then I don't know.
We're doomed. All right.
One speaks only truth and one speaks only lies.
Right, exactly.
Okay. So in the throne room, it is not the grandest throne room that you can imagine. Being inside a cave populated by gnomes. Pretty rough hewn rock walls surround you. Up on a raised dais, up 3 or 4 steps, there are 2 empty thrones where the kings would ordinarily, you would guess, hold court from. There doesn't appear to be anything else sort of particularly remarkable about the room at all.
How do the rest things work? Like, is it possible for us to do a short rest or something?
I mean, if you all want to just sort of sit down for an hour.
Yeah, short rest will take an hour. Which, I mean, if we want...
I mean, the room has nothing going on.
What we can do is we can just rest here. And if the king shows up during our rest, hooray.
Okay. So, what you doing in your short rest? Just sort of sit down.
Using hit dice.
Use your hit dice to get some. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, how many hit dice do I have? How come I can't?
So,
where is it?
So it's in your. I
guess I should ask.
It's the short rest button. You click the short rest button at the top.
Oh, thank you.
So a short rest is like sit down, grab something to eat and a drink, tend your wounds quickly, and you can roll. You can roll like hit dice to heal back some hit points. A long rest, a short rest doesn't like reset all your spell slots, although there are some feats and things like that might mean that you can at least regain some spell slots. Which you probably
warlock.
which unless you're a warlock, yeah. But a long rest is like a full night's sleep. Like a long rest takes 8 hours, and that sort of fully heals you, resets all your spell slots, all that kind of stuff. You recover from any like status effects and stuff like that over the course of a long rest.
A short rest is an hour, correct?
Short rest, yes, at least it is an hour, and you can use, as I say, your hit dice to regain HP.
So can we confirm we're going to do a short rest?
Okay, short rest. So everybody on your D&D Beyond page, just hit your short rest.
Yeah.
If you want to use hit die to clear any up, to heal any health, you can just hit however many hit die you're using, and then
I haven't taken any damage.
Take short rest.
No, I haven't today.
Okay, cool. So at the end of your short rest, which passes uneventfully, no sign of the kings, no coming or going from the throne room. What are we
during
thinking?
Our short rest, can we talk about stuff?
Of course you can.
Mm.
Do you want to do some strategizing?
Mal, what do you think? What do you think's going on here? When we got here, you felt something.
Yes.
Now we have this issue with the 2 kings, and one is probably insane, and one might be a shapeshifter. So I don't know.
I think there's obviously something here that is not what the gnomes think it is. I mean, the gnome told us that there is a natural magic of this place, but I'm getting the sense that it's corrupted, because why would they wouldn't have mimics in their abode, and they seem to have locked one of their kings away. So I think the sooner we speak to this king and we can get a gauge of what's happened to him, probably the better.
One is bad and one is good. That we just have to determine which one is bad. And then you take the ray and you go pew.
Exactly. I think we'll have to interrogate them and find out who is the correct one to use this contraption on.
We as I'm hearing this this conversation, kind of chime in. We we may not want to tip our hand about the nature of that device.
Oh no, I think
That is true.
we will save that until we have more of an idea of what corruption is going on here.
In fact, we may not want to have it visible at all when we meet them.
Mm.
If they know what they're looking at, it may change their tone.
It might be.
Mm.
It might be
Might
truly
be a
simple.
good
Once
thing,
you
though.
show the mimic tongue, and then the bad guy gets mad. Oh, you killed my mimic.
True.
Could be easy.
Could be.
Okay.
In negotiations, I've found it's never wise to play one's entire hand at the start. Always keep something hidden, something in reserve.
Well, what are we negotiating?
I don't know yet.
I feel like we approach this. We are here to do it as a service. We killed the mimic. We're here to warn about the dragon. So we go in with we have to be. You got to be truthful, but you can step around things sometimes. So you be truthful, so that you're not lying, and then you go in there and you tell them,
In my experience of corruption, which sadly in my lifetime is a lot, there is always an underlying reason why something has happened. So I think we need to speak to these kings.
Yeah. And
Well-
probably a lot of ego, like when you deal with like people who think that are super smart, and
Mm.
then you trick them, you insult them, but like
I can be fairly, I can be
Like,
fairly
kind of like a-
deceptive.
all right.
I think we should approach them first with just news of the dragon and then see what we get from that. And then, yeah.
Yes, we
Mm.
should stick to our original quest, I believe, and then maybe elaborate from that.
And just see
Alright.
what's going on. Kind of poke around. All right. I think we're good to go, or?
I'm feeling pretty good now that we've had the rest, but I'm not tip top.
Okay.
Cool. Just on a stream housekeeping note, actually, I have now turned on the chatbot, so commands should work. Apologies
Okay.
for having failed to do that until now. Cool. Okay, so what direction are we heading in?
The door.
I guess
know.
the door, right? Is that
I
a
was,
door?
I was going to ask: has mention been made of the path behind the throne room? Is that something
No.
we can see from
Or is
where
that
we're at?
secrets?
No, I mean it's more of a sort of recessed doorway than an actual sort of secret door. It's pretty obvious that it leads out of the throne
We
room.
definitely
Like,
see potions.
enough of you have got high enough sort of passive perception that you'll have noticed that back there.
Okay.
Still not first. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Is it a door? Is it a door? Check it
So-
for traps.
Okay, investigation check if you're checking for traps.
19.
You have a good old sort of feel about the edges and check the hinges and no traps.
Is it locked?
Nope. Clicks
Step
open
away.
it. Clicks open at a push.
It is ready to be entered.
And you see a very short corridor with identical door at the other end.
Do we have Victoria with us
Check it
still?
for traps.
Check it for traps. Yep. Roll
Natural
another.
20 for 23.
Absolutely no traps in the vicinity at all
Is
whatsoever.
it locked?
No.
I step away. It's ready to be entered.
Factoria is still with us, isn't he?
You want to send
Okay.
him in first?
I'm gonna
Should we?
I'm gonna look down at him and ask, have you ever been down this way before?
What? Through the secret passage behind the throne? I mean, no, I haven't. No, but I mean, I have never been in the king's private chambers before.
In this
Welcome to the king's private chambers.
See how the other side live.
This is awfully exciting, I have to say.
You know what? I'm gonna go through the door.
Excellent. Then you can go first.
Okay.
I wanted to send him. I'm gonna feel guilty if he fucking dies.
Okay.
I get attached to
Guys, then I
Factory.
can drink him.
So, as you enter the room, is everybody piling in behind Wisp? Or are you hanging back, letting her go by herself?
Mm-hmm.
So as you all
We're going.
sort of pile in the room, since Wisp
Behind
entered
Factory.
first, behind Factory. This gnome here is the one on the left, yeah, the leftmost gnome. Starts looks at you, Wisp, and starts shouting, "Shape changer! Shape changer! Shape changer!" And he is freaking out. You can tell this guy is absolutely at the end of his rope, terrified.
Thinking about it, as the changeling, I probably shouldn't have went in first.
And he sort of wheels. So this is he wheels on the other gnome who's sat. You see, bolt upright, uncomfortably looking, and sort of not quite able to move, and a chair. And he starts saying, "Poor boys, that's not the kind of shape changer that we've got a problem with. You need to calm down, man." And he's just freaking out. Corboys is freaking out. He runs and he sort of runs and hides under the bed. And he's like, "Get out! Leave me alone!" And Corboys says to you, "Look, since people started going missing, he has lost his mind. He's worried about his people. You have to excuse him. He's not normally like this. He's very gentle and welcoming of strangers."
Well, are you the kings? Are you the kings of this fine establishment?
Yes, my name's Gorboz. I'm glued to this chair. If you could please see your way clear to helping me. I think he's got some solvent.
Gorbaz?
I'm Gorboz. Yes, that's. Sorry, I'm Nerkley. I forgot my names. I'm Nerkley. Kid on the DM was
if
good.
I was glued to a chair, I would also be very nervous.
I'm Nerkley. That's Corboz. I'm glued to a chair. Nerkley. Corboz is the mad one under the bed.
Nice to meet you. They're glued to the chair.
Could you help me, please? Get me out of here. I think he's got some solvent on him.
Oh boy.
Why are you glued to the chair?
Because he glued me to the chair because he's a mad bastard.
Why does he think you're a danger?
He thinks I'm a shapeshifter.
Are you a shapeshifter?
I'm not a shapeshifter. I'm a gnome.
Do we believe him?
Insight check.
Insight?
Yep.
All of us, or
Yeah, just
19.
19. He's a gnome.
17, yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a gnome.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is that Carbaz has just
believe
witnessed. It's just witnessed the mimics, and I think maybe we need to show him the tongue so he knows that we killed at least one.
That's a good idea, Wisp.
Okay, who's doing that?
I have the tongue, don't I? So yeah,
Okay.
I've got to do it.
Yep, you're
Just
carrying
maybe
it.
lay it on the floor next to his bed
Yeah.
or something.
No,
Well,
throw it
no,
at his
I'll
feet
no.
dramatically. It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
He's under the bed, remember?
So Mal throws the tongue at the foot of the bed and grunts at, I can't remember his name. We have killed the shapeshifter. You can come out.
But there might be a second one in the barracks.
Well, shh.
Shut
We'll get to
up.
that later.
Why did you say that?
You
That's
see,
right though.
you see a little gnome hand like pop out from under the bed, poke the tongue, give it a few pokes. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to need malfeasance to make a persuasion check, please.
Uh, 13.
Okay. So he sort of pokes the tongue one more time. And he sort of slowly slides out from under the bed. Just till his head appears. Did you really kill it? Is that really its tongue?
It is.
Is there any more of them?
Probably, and you can pay us to go kill the second one. We have proven our work.
We've gone past your treasury.
Victoria could tell
we didn't
you
even loot
that
your
we
treasury.
killed it.
And then Victoria, just on that cue, Victoria comes in and he says, Your Majesties, they did. I was there. I saw it happening. It was amazing. That big scary one there was shooting all red stuff out of his arms, and the little elf lady there, she was shooting a bow at it. She shot it right in the eye. It was amazing. And then the red guy, he threw an axe, and the axe chopped its tongue off, and then it died. It was amazing. It started off, it was a barrel. It was a barrel at first, and then it turned into this big thing with teeth and the big tongue that's there now, you see, and it bit that lady there, the hairy one. It bit her and she passed out. I think she got poisoned or something. It was amazing. And Core Boss is like, thanks for that, Factory. That was a lot of information to get in one go there, so it was. Okay, listen, I thank you. You have my thanks. Please have a look, search the rest of our halls, rid us of these things. If there are any more of them, I'll pay you for your work.
Before we go to check, is there anything that you can do to help our friend Vale?
Oh,
what's wrong with
do
it?
you have any? I'm just slightly injured from. I got bitten, and then it fucking like threw out some kind of limb at me, and yes, I was poisoned, Factory. That was very, very observant of you.
Okay, let me have a look. What are there are spells that the gnomes have access to? I need to look up.
Next time, I don't think I'm going to run up like that. I think I will just get like 6 more daggers and just throw daggers.
I think we've learned that melee is not the best approach.
Rotten on let's see about a spell casting.
I think we've learned that we don't have. Yeah, we're just going to have to run and spell cast and shoot and run and.
Yeah. I was just checking. Sorry, the gnomes don't have access to any healing spells. Sorry, I don't have anything I can do for you. I hope you feel better soon, though.
It's okay. I hope I feel better soon too. I will. I'm fine.
Okay.
I'll just be more careful.
All right.
Can we get the solvent to unstick your friend because he's not?
Yeah. I'll take care of that. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry about that, my love. And he goes over and he gives him a wee kiss. I'll let you out now. And Nerkle's just like, you're a proper one for panicking. You really are. But I love you. And his arm comes up, he just like chuffs his cheek like that. The thing they seem to be pretty happy again. Now that one's pretty forgiving. I think if I had glued my other half to a chair, she'd be a lot more pissed off than Nerkle is at the moment. Okay, so with the offer of payment for hunting down mimics.
How much per mimic?
I reckon I can probably do you about 50 gold per, but
50 gold for this one.
Yes, I could do you 50 gold for that one, and if you find anything else, I might have a couple of helpful bits and bobs for you.
Okay.
Will you give us the 50 gold for this one right now, and then when we come back?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait a minute, and he goes, he kind of sticks his head back under the. Sticks his head back under the bed, and he pulls out sort of a small chest that was under there, and he opens it up, and he takes out 50 gold, and he hands it to you, Vale.
All right, and I will give everybody 10 gold. very carefully. Very carefully. I counted out for everyone.
I'll look over at Mal and say, in fairness, she did almost get eaten. I think it's...
No, we share. We discussed this. We were very clear. Everybody gets 10 gold.
Oh no, I was talking
This
about
creature,
your
is very
insistence on being
financially
paid now.
motivated. Nicodemus.
You know
Yeah,
what?
it's fair. I think she would want payment.
Like a food-motivated dog.
Yes.
I am motivated by gold.
You
So
see,
we
Vale,
are-
myself and Nicodemus from an upbringing that, you know, we wouldn't really focus on that, I'm afraid. So we're struggling to understand your motivation.
Speak for
lucky you-
yourself, Mal. I'm a businessman.
Okay,
So we're adding 10 gold to our inventory?
10 gold apiece, yep.
If I can
And
bloody well
everybody
remember how.
Alright.
10 gold. So we'll have to
There we go.
remind. I don't know if Jen is back, but
Yes, I'm here.
cool.
I've now got 20.
I don't know how to do that.
If you go in
so-
inventory, the currency's on the top right of the box, and gold is a little egg timer thing. Looks like an egg timer.
Do I have to go to the builder?
Just
No,
no,
no, you shouldn't
right
have
in
to.
your
No, from your character
If you
sheet.
click on the inventory tab on the right side, and
And
then
then-
you
Oh,
I see
click
it.
on the gold, and then you can just under the GP you can put 10 and then hit the add button.
D&D
Sweet, I
Beyond
have
brings
15
into it.
monies.
15 monies.
15 monies.
15 monies, very well. Okay. Anything
Alright,
else
so we're
that
gonna go-
you guys want to chat with the kings about? What's your next step?
I want to let him know that we're going to be back to talk about our message.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what are you saying to him?
All right, so we'll go take care of the mimics, but once we come back, we want to talk to you about our original message, like our meaning for being here.
Right. So you're not just here to kill mimics.
No, we were here. We were sent by what's his name?
Harbin Wester.
Harbin Wester from Fandolin.
Yes.
Mhm.
I
All right. Okay. What did he send you here for?
See if you had something to help with the dragon.
Wait a minute. There's a dragon.
There is.
Where's there a dragon?
We've seen it on the mountaintop of.
On
In the Sword Mountains.
in these mountains, there's a dragon. I'm only pulling your chain. I knew all about it. It's fine. It won't be able to get us here. We're underground, so we'll be okay. But I mean, I'll tell you what. If you can have a look around, make sure there's no more mimics in here. I'll send you back to Fandolin with some good dragon fighting stuff.
excellent.
Alright, sounds good.
Sounds like a deal.
Excellent.
Right.
Should we? Never mind. I was gonna ask if we should check the room, but I think they would got eaten already.
I think we should go ahead and check this other room that we have not been through, the one to the south.
The barracks?
I don't know what the one.
I don't know
in
if the
center-
barracks
place
is.
to
So this one
I think
here.
the barracks is northwest, but we'll have to go
Oh.
through this black space here.
Yeah.
the-
So
yeah.
this room at the bottom, right at the southeast corner of the map, southwest corner of the map.
In this room that we're in,
Uh-huh.
there's a door on the south side.
All right. Okay. Right. I get you. Blah, 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 blah. Find the right page, and I will let you see what that is.
We are clearing the fog of war.
Okay, so that's just like intersecting corridors.
Well, it takes us there.
Okay. So
We
you
should
can-
check the treasury. We should actually check the without not taking
Yeah.
anything, but we should check it.
Okay, should we head down that corridor up to the treasure room and see if there's anything in there?
You want to head down this way?
Yeah.
I'm just randomly moving you.
Oh,
on.
we just skipped that whole thing. Okay.
Yeah, we're just moving.
All right.
Okay, so door to the treasury is locked.
I'm gonna pick the lock.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check.
Is it not my thieves' tools?
Oh, your thieves' tools, yeah, by proficiency, yeah, use your.
15.
The lock clicks open effortlessly.
That's our veil.
Okay.
I love without hesitation. I'll just pick it.
I'm gonna pick the lock.
So you step inside the room, and in front of you, there are some sort of assorted chests.
God, one of them's gonna be a mimic.
There are some assorted chests, weapon racks. There's a sort of very grand looking rug on the floor. You can tell this is a room that the kings probably like to spend a little bit of time in. There's some nice furniture for sitting in, while they're sort of counting their gold and what have you. The treasury itself looks pretty tapped. Like some of these chests are sitting lying open and there's nothing in them. Some of them are closed. There's probably 2 or 3 locked looking, or at least closed chests, but the rest of the chests that are lying open, there's like nothing to write home about in there.
Well,
What do you want to do?
I'm going to take out my short sword and I'm going to start poking chests.
Have we still got Factory with us? Could he not open them?
No, I don't want to open. I want to check and see if it's a mimic.
I do also
And
have
I'd rather we don't kill our gnome friend.
Yeah.
He's been our ambassador.
methodically
Fine.
poke chest. Poke the
Okay.
chest.
Okay. So as you move around the room,
Somebody
gently.
help me! Don't make me just do it by myself.
Yeah, okay.
I
I
was
poked
gonna-
one too.
Yeah. Okay.
I do have a spear I could be using for this. Probably a
Use
little
the
bit probably a little bit safer than a.
Okay. So is that what you want to do then, Nicodemus? Give them a prod with the spear.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you sort of stand back at the extent of the
God.
range of your spear, you give the first chest a poke in the lock. Nothing happens. And you go round. You gradually sort of poke all the closed chests. Nothing happens.
Open chests too. Open
You wanna
chests too.
poke
Do
the,
not
try the open chests. Okay, you go round. After a couple of minutes, you feel pretty confident that everything in the room has been thoroughly poked. No mimics.
You've done your job.
All right. So we need to go to the barracks. That was the other place that.
Are you finished in the
Yeah.
finished in the treasury?
Are we?
Did you say there was nothing in any? There's nothing in anything though.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
there are three closed chests sitting that you don't know what there's in.
Oh, I thought we said open them.
No,
Well,
you were
let's
just
open those
you
three
were
chests.
just
We were just poking them.
poking.
Well, I'll open them then.
Okay,
Well, forget it. Okay.
okay.
We've tested
So-
them.
I leave the room.
Okay. Okay, so Wisp is as everybody else.
I am going to open one chest as well.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
gonna check
Yeah.
it for traps first though. I'm gonna check the one I'm at for traps.
okay. Make an investigation check.
18.
18. There's no traps.
Okay.
Nothing that you can detect. You feel all around the outside and look out and examine the lock, examine around the lid where the lid meets the body of the box. There's nothing there that's apparent to you. You've given it a good check. There's no trap.
Okay.
I'll open one of the chests too.
It's
There's still
locked.
one left.
It's locked. If you want to open it, you're going to need to pick it. So again,
Oh,
with
fine.
your thieves too.
Do I have a thieves tool?
I don't know.
think I do.
13. I rolled a 4.
13. Okay, that's going to be enough. So the lock clicks open. As it does, the rug behind you.
Rug.
You know, I was gonna. Oh.
He's got a rug behind him. We should have known.
Oh Lord.
As you do, wait till I get this onto the right layer.
Oh shit! I'm right in there. I've only got 10 health points.
Vale's never going to trust another inanimate object ever
No.
again.
Well, this will teach me to listen to your greedy ways.
You did it first.
Yeah, Vale, you temptress.
Right.
I'm actually surprised Project didn't try to intimidate the box.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying
You're
to.
gonna open because I told you to.
Hey, Mimics, it's your boy.
It's your boy Mal.
All right. So this rug, it rears up, and it makes an attack at you.
Of course it does.
Shit.
What does a rug mimic even look like?
Like a rug.
So
I'm picturing something very Disney.
yeah, that's exactly what it's
The
like.
Aladdin rug, but with
It's
teeth.
like the rug from Aladdin. So as it rears up, it doesn't change shape. Like the mimic that you fought before, the barrel sort of broke in half and teeth formed and tongue came out. This is just a rug that's come to life. It's not going through any of those changes. So it is going to try and it is going to try and smother Vale. And that is
like, I can show you the world
that is
of
an
the dead.
that is an
Show you the.
that is an 18 to hit.
It fucking hits.
Okay, so
Boy.
that does
I'm just getting beat the fuck up.
And it's
Happy birthday!
okay. That does 8 points of
Please don't tell me there's more.
that does 8 points of damage, and you're grappled.
Oh.
All right.
well, fuck.
Oh, not again.
Oh, wait,
Um,
can you
so-
roll initiative?
So
gotta
yeah, everybody
roll.
roll initiative. Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Okay. 20 over 20. No. Fif-
Yes, 21. 21.
Okay, cool. Cool. 15 to 20.
19.
19 next. 10 to 15.
11.
11. My dex modifier is +5.
Okay, so you'll be first then, Vale. What were the rest of you? What was just
5.
your wisp? You're 5, okay. So 5 is wisp. And then a 3 is the rug. Okay. So top of the order, Nicodemus. What would you
Can I just
like
ask
to do?
before we start this? Is there any effect on Vale if we attack it?
You need to find out.
Just
Oh, God.
don't set it on fire.
Well, that's what I was
already know
thinking.
because I watched the beginning of campaign 3, but
Um,
it is what it is.
I only got
Well.
one spell. Bruh.
I feel like if I blast it, that's pretty much gonna hurt her more than I'm comfortable with. So I'm gonna draw the blood letter and take a slash to try to see if I can cut her free.
Okay, roll your attack.
19.
Hits. Roll for damage.
8.
8 points of slashing damage. Okay,
Piercing, actually, according to my
but a piercing, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just check actually.
Well, if this hurts Vale, we're screwed.
I don't want to do it in that window because you'll see it. Okay. How much damage was that you did there, Demetrius?
8.
8 points. Okay. Vil, you take 4 points of that damage.
I'm unconscious.
Okay.
Damn it. Sorry.
It's okay.
So
Okay.
so my dagger's gonna end up drinking some of my party members' blood there. Like it
Yep. So okay. So as you slash, you do you a rent opens up in the rug. It looks like a slashed carpet rather than a mimic. But as you go as the bloodletter carves through the rug, it nicks Vale, and some of her blood flows out into the bloodletter. The ruby and the pommel of the bloodletter just starts to glow very gently.
Wait, you said it rips like a carpet, but not like a mimic?
Yeah. The mimic was bleeding.
The mimic was bleeding and stuff, but this is just...
Is this where we'd want to use the dispel shit? Is this like a trap?
Well, I'm thinking that.
Okay.
But then if we use it now, what the hell's in the barracks?
Well, we know there's going to be a mimic there. But
Do
this just... I mean, well, he said the barracks. If this is not a mimic, it could only be a trap or something.
Okay.
Is there a way for us to disarm it?
I mean, it's you. If you want to identify it as what it is, you know, you can use an action in your turn to try, I guess, if you want to.
Okay.
Nyx, you are next up in the order.
So Vale is unconscious. So if I attack this thing, is it going to continue to do damage to her?
Yeah.
What you saw was Nicodemus do piercing damage. It was Nico, yes. So you saw Nico do piercing damage, and then you saw Vale go unconscious.
How close do I have to be to try and grapple the rug? Am I close enough
Just
to
like
do that?
right up next to it, so just sort of in melee range. So you can. Let me just have a look.
Try and grapple it down to the ground. This
You
is
can-
not going to work, but
You can move up next to it, and then it would just be like a straight up strength check. So roll a strength check.
this was a bad idea. Where do I do that?
What's the D20?
It's top left strength.
12.
So just in. It's not used to you. So see in these boxes here, Jen, if you look at.
Yeah, at the top, I got a 12.
You got a 12?
Yeah.
Okay. So you pull and you haul with all of your might. You feel, just as you feel you're sort of starting to get a little bit of slack in the rug, it tightens again. And you fail to unravel it, I guess, or grapple it. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. Vale, make a death saving throw, please.
Fail. I'm rolling like shit.
Damn it.
Okay.
That
Mal.
was bad.
Malfeasance, you're next up in the order.
What do we think, guys? I think I'm going to use this contraption.
You're the magic expert.
I kind of think we should, just to save the party member.
Yeah. Okay, how do I do that? How do I use this item?
So the rug needs to make a spell saving throw, which it fails. So the magic animating the rug is dispelled and it falls to the floor.
Thank fuck.
Just a rug. It unravels and it ditches Veil on the ground and she's all unconscious in that. So I guess combat's over. So
all right, well, I'm gonna cure wounds. That'll be my last wound.
Yeah.
Last chance.
Okay, so you're using your last spell slot of the day. To cast
Still
cure
got one more
wounds
mimic. Can we not give her a health potion?
and Veil. Well, at least
She's unconscious now, so unless you want to use your, I don't know how that works.
Wait a second. Inside, would spare the dying work here instead of cure wounds?
Spare the dying only stops you having to make death saves. It doesn't awaken you.
Yeah, okay.
Does a health potion work on someone unconscious or not?
Yeah.
It does.
Yep.
Force it down their throat, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't because I think I got given them last session. So
You
I've
got one, and I still have one in my inventory.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to part with it.
Yeah, I know when
I
we'll have
think
to prize
maybe we
out of her
should
dead
use
hands, right? The irony, but
Yeah.
but I guess I'll give my potion of healing to Vale.
Okay, cool. What is it? Just your hit dice for a potion of healing again? I forget.
No, the potion of healing is 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. So that's malfeasance. You roll that 2d4 plus 2.
How do I do that?
Just in D&D Beyond, D4's 2 off. Click on it twice.
Okay.
And then roll it.
2, then roll. Okay.
Yep.
6.
6.
So 8.
So 8 points of healing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops.
So the rug's gone. It's just a rug again.
Motherfucker.
Apologies.
I kicked the rug.
Fucking stupid rug.
Wait.
Piece
Was
of
that
shit,
a
you look like
trap?
trash.
Was that a trap or was it a hiding? Oh
It
my
was-
god.
You can make an Arcana check if you want to find out what it
Why
was.
isn't it perception? Because I have naturally good perception. Why can't I?
I have no fucking idea. I rolled a 3.
I'll roll an
Yeah.
Arcana check.
I mean, I rolled
Yeah.
a 2 plus 1.
It looks
9.
pretty. It looks pretty ruggy to both of you. You've seen rugs before. This looks exactly like a rug. What you can tell with a 9, Nico, is that it wasn't a mimic.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely.
Well, whatever it
wasn't a mimic.
was, it wasn't the same as what we found in the wine cellar.
No.
But it could still be construed as a shape changer. But we don't have a tongue, so it won't count.
I mean,
Whatever it was, kick it. Kick the pile of yarn slightly. It doesn't see it's not moving anymore. Just
We're gonna kick it back to life. We better just go.
Yeah,
Get
I
up
think we
on
should
I
the
move
feel like
away.
it was just a booby trap.
Okay.
What's in
Anything
the
else?
chest?
Okay. So in the chest, I was waiting on someone else could be there. I was like, "It's gonna look at chest."
What's in the chest that I opened?
So in the chest, you find a small kind of brass-looking amulet on a chain. It's got like cogs and gears, and you find a stick, like a staff, about a foot long, with sort of intricate carving up its length. But nothing else.
Do we
Nothing
have
else of note.
anybody who knows can anybody identify magic items?
Does anyone have the spell Identify?
I do not.
No.
Okay.
Not to interrupt, but I do have to work in like 45 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't.
No problem, Sam. I think we're probably not far from done today, I think, anyway. Okay. So small amulet with cogs and gears,
I got it.
foot long stick.
I know. Intricate carvings. Okay.
Intricate
okay,
carvings,
okay. Well,
yes.
I'll hold on to these for now.
So we'll
Can I
just
just
talk to the
Can I
kings
unlock
about them.
the other 2 chests?
Yep. I will not make you make sleight of hand checks for those.
Oh.
Let's just say they're already open, or your thieves tools checks. There is.
They're high rolls.
Okay, cool. There's nothing in them to speak of. Certainly nothing that sort of piques your interest. A few old, a few old balls of lint and a couple of empty mushroom wine bottles. It looks like someone's been using the treasury as their own little private hiding from work sleep cave. Other than that, nothing else.
Okay.
You have your
So
gears amulet and your stick thing.
let's go to the barracks. We'll figure this gear out later when we can, and figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gear is pocketed.
Actually, can we pass by the 2 gnomes to get to the barracks and ask them about the items?
You can.
Should we do that?
Do we really want to tell them that we're taking stuff out of their treasury
Well,
though?
no,
Right.
no, and also neither of them could identify. They asked us to identify. Remember?
Right.
Mm,
They don't know. They don't know.
All right, so hide the items and let's pass them.
Hidden.
Hidden. Cool. So, right, let me just reveal up and you can head up towards the barracks.
Bruh, I am so not ready for the actual mimic fight.
I am.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm going to take the feat hatred of mimics when I level up.
Mimic Crusher.
oh God, what if all of those gnomes are mimics?
Okay. So, you move up into this room, and it is a pretty open space with like some, rough but functional furniture sort of dotted about the place, end tables and chests of drawers and stuff like that. In each of these little alcoves around the circumference of the room, there's a bunk bed in each one, with each bed containing a sleeping gnome, or what appears to be a sleeping gnome.
No.
I'll take the 2 to the north on the top right. Everybody up! We're searching for mimics.
I was going to say, have Victory
Which one of you the mimic?
shout at them to get out.
So, at the sound of Vale's voice, you start to hear, "What fucking time is it? Who's this waking us up? It's not my shift for another 4 hours yet." Some of the gnomes sort of start to come to consciousness, and they kind of look over into the middle of the room and they see you there, and they're like, "What the fuck do you want? Like, what are you doing?"
Do you want to be eaten? Do you want to be eaten by mimics? Haven't you heard that there are people who are stolen from here? We are just here to help you, so please just get up, get to the center of the room, and wait for us to check everything.
Make a persuasion check. With disadvantage, because you're trying to persuade like 8 gnomes at the same time.
I mean, I rolled a 2 and a fucking 4, so
So,
I rolled a 7.
so like, to a gnome, they all just go, "Fuck off," and they just roll back over into their beds. Try and keep it down, would you?
Can I do my episodically intimidation check then,
Someone,
please?
someone intimidate them, please.
Yeah. Alright, I'm doing it.
Right, what you saying? How are we intimidating these 8 gnomes?
I'm gonna say you heard what Vale said. Get your asses to the middle of the room so we can check what's going on.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
This just became so hostile.
I got 12.
You got a 12. Okay. One of the gnomes kind of looks out from under his blanket, looks at the 5 of you, looks at Factory standing there, looks around the room at his mates in their bed, and just goes, "Oh, fuck off, would you?" He goes back under his covers. He's not having any of it.
I'm gonna
Let's
lean
work
over
around
to.
them.
I've got one more shot. I want to take one more shot. I'm gonna lean over to Factory and just say, "Tell your friends what I'll do to them if they don't do what we tell them." Because he's He's still scared of me, right?
Yeah. Listen, lads. This scary guy here, he wants me to tell you what he'll do to you if you don't listen. Now, I don't actually know what that is, what he might do, but I don't imagine it's going to be a nice thing. It probably ranges anywhere from, tell you a rubbish joke right up to, bite your whole face off. Like, I really don't know what he's getting at here, but could you just do a gnome a favor and get out of bed for a minute? Let these nice folks check around for mimics.
And if any of them if any of them actually look at me, all I want to do is smile really wide and show off my teeth.
Okay. So given how you've done that, then I'm going to say roll persuasion with advantage for the help from the help from Factory. Intimidation with advantage. Make it intimidation with advantage.
Intimidation. 25.
Okay. So the gnomes all kind of, they look out and they look and they see you and they see that same ashen pallid, vampiric, starving vampire face that so scared Factory earlier on. And they're like, right, okay, and they go, right, okay, Factory, we're taking your word for this, okay? And they're no happy, but they get up and they sort of congregate in the middle of the room.
I only have one trick, but it's a good trick.
Right? So what are you doing now?
One more time. I'm gonna start checking the alcove in the top right.
The
first.
Okay.
Val, you stay back.
So what we're going to...
I want to get over this.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you all make an investigation check, please.
Okay.
18 for me.
10 for me.
10. Yep. Nico?
12.
I got 15.
15. Nix?
6.
6. Okay. We're going to call that broadly a pass as a group. You only get one roll below 10 and 2 15 or better, so we're going to call that a pass as a group. You spend some time, 20 minutes or so, rooting about, overturning the room, poking anything that looks like it might be a mimic, giving the chest of drawers a poke, checking all the end tables, poking all the bunk beds, kind of giving the gnomes' ears all a pull and a look over, and having a good look about everywhere. There are no mimics in this room.
No shit.
Are there any hidden entrances, like weird places that things could get in?
Again, with that investigation check, there's nothing else.
There's that entryway to the right that goes down the thing, though, right? So something
feasibly something could come in and out of there, but yeah.
Does someone want to check it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll just.
But it rolls bad.
But we'll kind of take care of that with the same investigation check. You sort of step over the cliff edge. There is about 30 feet from the water level. Of the stream outside. You have sort of a scout about in the area. There doesn't seem to be anything indicating that that something's sort of scrambled up that hill or that has otherwise disturbed the rocks or anything like that around there. Doesn't look like anything sneaked in that way.
I'm gonna start checking each of the gnomes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be one of the gnomes.
Okay, so you sort of did that as part of the investigation checks. You kind of gave them all a bit of a look over. None of them are mimics. I think mimics can only...
to wet willies.
Yeah. But I think mimics can only mimic inanimate objects anyway. So
I was gonna say I don't think they could be.
Yeah. So one of the gnomes is like, look. We appreciate you trying, okay, but please, can we go back to our beds? Someone disappeared. It was the first 2 people that disappeared from here, but that was over 2 months ago. Nothing else has disappeared from this side of Gnome engard. It's all been over the kind of wine cellar, the kitchen, storeroom and the pantry up there. That's been the area that we've been worried about.
Well, we got the one in the cellar. Shit.
You killed one in the cellar, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Oh well,
But
well
we didn't
done.
check the, what is it, the pantry?
We didn't poke around in the larder. We did not do
Yeah.
that. We just looked and we left.
I mean, it wasn't one of the areas that we were particularly worried about. The pantry at the back of the kitchen. I mean, if you've killed one, they tend to, like, from what I know about mimics, they tend to be pretty solitary. They like to have their hunting grounds to themselves. You know.
Did I make a
If you
mimic up?
so if you've
Back
killed
to the
one,
kings then?
if you've killed one, the chances are there's no more.
Okay. Back to the kings.
Okay.
Okay.
So back to the
Yes.
kings. So just back round through the workshop. Back to the kings. Okay.
Use fast travel.
Using fast travel because you've been there once already, right?
Cutscene.
Da-da-da. So, Corb, the two kings, Corboz and Nerkel, he remembered by reading his notes, sort of greet you as you enter their chambers. Oh, hello. What have you found? Have you any more mimics? Anything else?
Oh, we found a magic carpet.
Oh, yeah, our rug of smothering. You had a look in the treasury, did you?
We had to dispel that.
All right,
sorry.
did you? Well,
I'm sorry. The rug got mad at me. I didn't do anything. I was poking for mimics, and I think it thought that I was trying to like steal something, but I was just poking. And I got down and I was like checking it out to see if it was a mimic, and then it was like blah, and I was like ah.
yeah, that would make sense. I'm sorry. We should have warned you about that. Actually, it would have just attacked if if it thought you were trying to empty anything out of any of the chests. Our bad. Sorry about
it. We left the chest for you.
It's
all
fine,
right.
it's fine.
That's grand.
Is
Thanks.
there any place that we should check before that like you might have heard anything from?
I mean, the only areas that we were worried about was the wine cellar and the barracks. That's the only places anyone's disappeared from.
Okay,
found
well the
nothing in the
barracks are
barracks.
clear.
The barracks
Though
are
you
clear.
might want to put a door to where that ledge is.
That's
just,
some good advice. I'll get the lads to work on that.
I think that the mimic migrated through the water and over
Possibly.
into the wine cellar.
That's possible. It's possible, isn't it? Okay, so we're pretty we're pretty confident then that our mimic troubles are over. Then, are we?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for that. So, listen, I promised you that if you cleared as a mimics, I'd give you some things to take back. And he goes back under his bed and he pulls out that familiar chest that he brought the gold out of earlier on. And he unlocks it and he takes out a blue pointed hat covered in golden stars. And he hands that to you. Who's taking that off him?
It doesn't look like it's for me.
Blue pointed hat.
That looks
I
like
don't know.
something for somebody like a magic user.
I'll take the hat, but I'm not sure. Like, kind of look at it like I'm not sure what to make of it.
Okay.
And
then he also brings out
and what, pray tell, is this?
that, my good man, is a hat of wizardry.
What does it do?
What does it do?
Wizard
Have you
things.
looked it up?
Wizard things. It's a hat that a wizard wears. So the hat of wizardry, he tells you when fucking D&D Beyond catches up with the Dungeon Master. So you can, the way we've made this one is that you can use it even if you're not a wizard. You can use it to cast a wizard spell. If you know your arcana well enough, you can use it to cast a spell like a wizard.
So if you are a wizard, does it give you an extra cast?
I hadn't really thought about it, to be honest. I'll I'm not going to give any more away on the Heart of Wizardry.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure
Cool.
it out.
And
I'll hand that over to Mal. With him being the resident expert in magic, I'll sort of pass that
Can
on.
I run something on it to see more about it? Or is that not worth it?
So you'd need to spend some time attuning to it, which I can talk you through.
Okay.
So the other thing that he hands you is like about a 6-inch long wooden rod, like a thin wooden rod. And at the end of it, it's like quite intricately carved and like quite beautifully painted, like it looks like a flame. And he hands that out to you as well, and that's for you as well.
What is it called?
That's a wand of pyrotechnics. You can shoot fireworks into the air with it. It's quite a fun thing to play with. And it might be good for scaring a dragon, or for like warning people that dragons are near, or something like that. You know, that was what I was thinking. Yeah, like that kind of idea. So thank you ever so much for first of all bringing me back together with my beloved Nerkly, and bringing me back together with my good sense, and thank you for ridding our Gnome guard of mimics.
Totally gone.
We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Vale, did they hand you the other 50 gold?
We don't have it. We don't get another 50 gold.
No, I thought it might be more gold. Never mind.
We did not find this.
What about what was it that we needed for the original place?
So
that the gnomes might have something for us.
So just like the gnomes might have something that can help.
That's the hat.
Fight the dragon.
Oh, does the hat fight the dragon?
And the pyro, well, it's supposed to enhance us.
Yeah. So if you want, you can take the hat and the wand back, and you can show that to Harbin Wester. I think that's about all we've got that might be of any use to you against the dragon. But we'll keep working, and we'll see if there's anything else that Fibblestip and Dabbledob can come up with.
Okay.
All right.
And the town of Phandalin thanks you for your assistance.
Well,
Oh, what message should we give to... What was his name? We've warned him of the dragon, but...
Yes.
Didn't he always ask for some sort of proof or something when we go back to him?
We're supposed to show him the hat and the thing.
Okay. Oh, we can do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, we should just go ahead and get out of here.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you mind if we stay
to
here?
Okay, so
underground where it's safe.
I think we should probably go camp somewhere.
Okay.
So your options, I guess, now are if you want to stay here and have a long rest, if you want to head back to Phandalin, if you want to head towards your next job at the Dwarven Excavation, your mission to Nomenglad's accomplished.
From their treasury.
Fair.
Right.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I do want to take a long rest, but I don't want to do it here.
Okay.
I forgot. Okay.
Okay. So we're leaving and heading off then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll leave the map up, but we can sort of disregard it now. In fact, let's go back to the old Sword Coast map. So it is going to take you, depending on where you want to go. In fact, I think everywhere's 2 days walk from here. So Phandalin would be 2 days, and Dwarven Excavation would be 2 days. What direction do you want to head off in?
We want to go to the Dwarven Excavation, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
So you're heading towards
No point in walking for 6 days when we can walk for 4.
Yeah.
This is very true. So, we are back to Sword Coast map. Cool. So, as a reminder, you are here at the green circle. That is Nomengard. The dwarven excavation is here at this yellow circle.
Oh.
So that is going to take you 2 days walking.
Oh,
So
boy.
you set off from Gnome, following the land where the foothills meet the grassy plain.
Is the blue circle where the dragon was spotted?
That's where we spotted the dragon before. Yeah.
This works. This is good.
Cool. So you head off. It's mid-afternoon when you set off from Nomengard. You'd sort of arrived there early in the morning, did your stuff. So it's mid-afternoon by the time you're setting back out. So you're covering ground pretty well. Nothing of any great note is happening. Who is out in front, keeping an eye on things?
I'll take lead.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Oh, I rolled a 20, which is a total of 23.
Okay, well, let me have a look. Okay. You look off in the distance to the west, and you see high in the sky the outline of a white dragon.
Get
circling.
Down. I don't know how far away it is, but it scares the shit out of me. Let's go.
I mean,
get down.
So it's far, right? It's high up. So like in terms of where you are, you're like here by now. Let me just get a better colour. So you're like here right now, right at the red circle, ish, and the dragon would be like really high up, but really high up, in this sort of area here at the pink circle.
God, it feels so close.
Yeah, but like it's like 10 miles away and really high in the sky. So,
all right,
you know, it's not entertaining you. So you watch it.
I pointed out to everybody.
Okay, so everybody sort of stops because this actually, apart from malfeasance, this is the first time everyone else is seeing it. So how do we react? What do we do?
Fuck that dragon.
That dragon.
We have to be careful. This is. We should move carefully.
Okay.
Indeed.
So, do you want to slow your pace?
No.
Okay, so we're still moving at a medium pace to get there inside 2 days. Okay, you crack on. Eventually, for now, yeah. Eventually, the dragon turns toward your direction.
Ouch.
And
hide.
Okay, everyone make a stealth check.
Oh, great.
You don't have pass without trace, do you, Wisp?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I don't think so. Not yet. So, so stealth checks 26. Okay, next 26. Nicole. Icespire.
I did 11.
Got 6.
Okay.
Vale got a 24.
Cool. Okay. Well, there's a couple of rolls over 20 there, so we'll call that a pass as a group. So you all managed to sort of take cover under bushes and under trees, and the dragon passes you, seemingly not interested. Either it didn't see you, or it did and didn't think anything of you. So it has carried on northeast back towards Icespire Peak, where Malfeasance spotted it a few nights previous or night previous, and you carry on towards Dwarven Excavation. Eventually, you get to the halfway point, roughly where the dragon was sort of first spotted. As night starts to close in, are you making camp?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you find a likely spot, pitch your tents, and you're lighting a fire. Anything you want to do before you settle down for a long rest?
Oh my God! What a day!
Yes, there is something I need to do before I settle in for a long rest. I need to find something with blood in it.
Okay. Okay.
It's been way too long since I've had any blood.
Okay.
I'll help. I'll help.
Okay. So
Are we in the mountains? Is the
you're
terrain
sort
kind
of
mountainous?
still in the foothills, really, Jen. Not quite mountainous terrain, more sort of hilly and grassy, I would say. So, okay, where are you heading off to? Going hunting.
Doesn't even have to be very small. I have like nothing in animal handling, so I don't know.
I think it'd be more survival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have anything in that either.
Okay. Well,
I'm
you're
just
gonna
basically my character is just having a freak out because it's been almost a week and he hasn't had any.
Nix, you go. Let's go hunting. Nicodemus,
Okay.
you stay here. Nicodemus, you stay here. Nix and I will take care of it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Nix and Vale, do you want to make a combined survival check for me, please? Or one of you, or one of you roll with advantage.
I got an 11.
Okay. Do you want to? What did you roll a 10 there, Nix? Was that what I saw popping up? Okay.
I don't know what advantage means though.
Okay, so you would roll again, and then count the higher roll if you want. So okay, so like you're in a pretty kind of game heavy environment anyway, so it shouldn't be too difficult for a couple of skilled outdoors people like yourselves to come across some game. So you eventually sort of spy a kind of a warren of rabbits.
Okay.
There's like a few sort of just hopping about.
I'm gonna use my short bow to hunt.
Okay.
Nix, let's see who gets one first.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay. Both roll attacks.
23 to hit.
23 to hit.
Okay. So you both pull back your bows at the same time, let them go at the same time. Both take out different rabbits. Thankfully, you were aiming at different rabbits with rolls that high, and you.
I hate to interrupt, but I got our stream open in another window. It looks like all of our cameras except Scott's are frozen.
Oh, it does look
Mine's
like that.
frozen on a great one.
Yeah, they're fine, and
I'm just gonna keep the
there
same
we are
one.
now. It should be okay.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, you now have a couple of freshly killed rabbits.
Sweet. All right. Good job.
Good job.
High five.
High five. So back to camp.
Back to camp.
Okay. You arrive back at camp.
Look what we got for you, Nick.
Thank you.
2 entire rabbits.
I'm guessing the other party members will probably want to eat these. I don't need to eat them. I just need to drink out of them.
That's very weird.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Do you want a napkin?
I don't. I mean, I have my suspicions about what that means.
Too thirsty for a napkin.
You've been pretty cool.
So I'm gonna. This is gonna be. There's no delicate way to do this. You said you shot one of these with a short bow.
I think one's with a short bow and one's with a long bow.
Okay, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna pick one up with the arrow wound and just hold it over my mouth and squeeze this thing and just drain it completely.
I'm getting
Vale
severe
watches
South
with
Park
utter
vibes here.
fascination the
And then-
entire time.
And then once it stops dripping, I'll hand it back by the ears and like wipe the excess off my mouth. Like I said, there's no delicate way to do this. It's just
Okay, so I throw up on the campfire.
Cool. So you
that is not something you will do to us, right? Like,
gods, I hope not. And I'll hand her the rabbit back.
I'll take it. I'll bring it over to the fire. I'll start cooking.
So, having witnessed this show, you're probably your first real encounter with Nicodemus's vampirism.
Other than the husk of an orc that was left behind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did nom on that orc.
You did though. That's
well,
right,
I did.
that's right.
I bit that one in the middle of combat too.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So
Yeah, he was
you sort of see some of the colour, some of that deathly pallor leave his cheeks, and something more like the colour of a living being kind of comes back about his complexion. His red eyes become just a little bit brighter, a little bit more luminescent, and he just generally he almost looks to sort of fill out a bit, like that appearance that he's had over the last few days of like flesh just stretched too tightly over bone just starts to leave, and he starts to sort of fill out and look a bit calmer, look a bit more relaxed. And you can go about your evening at camp.
All right. I think this is a job for you and me, Nix, to ensure that Nicodemus does not lose control.
Sure, we will keep him fed.
We can do that.
I would greatly appreciate it.
Easy.
Cool. So, is there anything that anyone particularly wants to do before we settle down for a long rest?
No.
Okay.
I'm kind of in that kind of in that like torpor you get after Thanksgiving, where you're like food coma.
Cool.
Vampire food coma.
Nice. So, if you want to just organise watches then, and we can get camped down and set up for the evening.
Yeah. This time I'll watch.
Okay, Wisp's taking a turn at watch.
If I take a watch, I need to take it with somebody because I'm already kind of beat up.
Okay.
I can watch with Vale.
So
But
Vale
I
and
also-
Nix.
Have to work in like 8 minutes.
We're sort of done anyway, Jen. So if you want to like nip off and get ready for work,
Start your long rest.
yeah, and I'll sort out your long rest and stuff like that for you for next session on D&D if you want. If you need to go, you
I'm
can.
gonna stay in here while I log in and stuff and like.
Okay,
just
cool.
listen, but
No worries.
pretend I'm not here.
Will do. Okay, so Vale and Nix is a watch. You're gonna need 4. You need 4 watches.
I'll
to get
take
you
a
through.
watch.
So then Mal,
Yeah, no, it's a watch.
Wisp.
I know.
Okay.
I can take I could take one once I wake up from my blood coma.
Okay, so Nico, last watch. Okay. Vale, do you want to roll a perception check for you and Nix? The rest of you 6. Okay, the rest of you settle down for
Wait,
your.
should I take it at advantage and assume that that
Yeah,
Nix is helping me?
Do that.
12.
Okay, cool. So as the rest of you settle down for your evening's rest, your night's sleep, reflecting on the adventure that you've had that day, battling seemingly animated objects, looking at a reasonable haul of loot, you've found some gold. You found what might turn out to be some magical items. You feel your power within you grow as you level up to level 3. Welcome to level 3. With your perception roll, your watch passes without event.
Can I while during my watch, can I attune to the amulet?
Sure. So it is. You spend some time during your watch concentrating on the amulet that you found in Gnome engard. It is a clockwork amulet. So this copper amulet, I'll add it to your. You can add a copper amulet to your clockwork amulet. Sorry, to your inventory. Contains tiny interlocking gears powered from the magic by Mechanus, a plane of clockwork predictability. A creature that puts the ear to the amulet can hear a faint ticking and whirring noise coming from within. When you make an attack roll while wearing it, you can forgo the d20 and just take a 10. Once used, you can't use it again until the next dawn. So you basically, once a day, you can just take a 10 on an attack roll.
That's cool.
Oh, yes. So wait, does it require attunement? I don't see it that it does.
It doesn't. But to learn its properties, you spent your time concentrating on it. Cool.
So can we learn about the stick?
Oh, I can give the stick. Looks like a wand. So I'll give it to Nicodemus to figure it out.
Okay.
It's a 1
It is
foot
zero
long
mark.
staff with intricate carvings.
What do I need to do? Because my Arcana modifier is zilch.
Okay.
Can you use
So-
wands? Wait, can you use wands?
So the
I have
first
no
thing was
idea.
more like a. It wasn't a wand. It was like thicker and longer than a wand would be. So yeah. So let's just say you spend some of your time resting, concentrating on this thing, to discover its properties, just like in the way that attunement works. Although it won't count as an attuned item. So it is a pole of collapsing. So you can add a pole of collapsing to your inventory. So while holding this 10-foot pole, you can use an action to speak a command word and cause it to collapse into a 1 foot long rod for ease of storage.
Is this something that everybody gets, or is it something that the person who has it in their inventory
Just
has?
the person who has it in their inventory
All right.
has it. So it's basically a 1 foot long pole that a command word becomes up to a 10-foot long pole.
Do I have to do anything with my wizard hat? Can I do anything with that at the moment?
Yeah, the same idea. If you spend some of your time just concentrating on it during your rest, you will discover that this is a hat of wizardry. You can use your hat as a spellcasting focus. You can also cast a cantrip that you don't know from the wizard spell list by making a DC 10 Arcana check. If the check succeeds, you cast the spell. But if the check fails,
It sounds
so does
really
the spell.
awesome, but you're gonna have to explain what all that means to me off stream.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, we'll figure it out. So just add it to your inventory. Add a hat of wizardry to your inventory just now. And the other thing was, who's got the other thing? The stick with the carved flame at the end.
Oh my God, Malfeasance also has that.
Okay.
What have I
so-
got?
I
so you
handed him everything that they handed me that had to do with magic. I was just,
Okay. So
Well, I can give it to someone else.
I mean, you can
We'll figure out what it is.
you can spend some more time concentrating, meditating on it once you've dealt with your hat of wizardry, and then you can decide what you want to do
I'll
with it.
find this hat of wizardry. What do I do to add it?
I'll sort it out for you later.
Okay, no worries, cool.
So this is a wand of pyrotechnics. The wand has 7 charges. Whilst holding it, you can expend an action and one of its charges to create a harmless burst of multicoloured light at a point you can see up to 60 feet away. The burst's accompanied by a crackling noise that can be heard 300 feet away. The light's as bright as a torch flame but lasts a second. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges every day at dawn. And if you expand,
anybody want to take that off my hands as something cool to have?
I think we should we should give it to Nyx. We should give it to Nyx.
Okay. I will
or
add.
Nyx or Wisp. It's like they said. It's like a flare.
Yeah.
Cool. So we can decide that kind of like who's got what magic items at the start, even at, in between sessions, and we can figure that out. So next watch is yourself, Malfeasance, if you care to make a perception check.
Oh, yep. It says 6 minus 2, but what is this on my... On the left, I've got 8 passive WIS perception. Does that add anything to it?
Yeah, so it doesn't know. So your passive perception is just like how generally wary you are, like how much you notice just as you're going about your daily life. If you're
so I got 4.
So checks are when you're sort of specifically trying to do something. Okay, so you kind of sit through your watch, your mind sort of elsewhere. Just as I say, reflecting on the adventures that you've had that day and the 2 new magic items newly in your possession. But your watch passes uneventfully, and you hand at the end of your 2-hour watch, you hand over to Wisp. So Wisp, if you would care to make for me 1 perception check.
17.
Coolio. So again, probable that the dragon, having been in this area earlier on, has sort of startled and scared off pretty much anything that might have otherwise been dangerous to you. So it looks like you guys are in for a pretty uneventful night, to be honest. Again, your watch passes uneventfully, and you pass to Nicodemus for the last watch of the evening.
Perception.
Make a perception check.
6.
6. Okay, cool. So you settle down with your back to camp, a little distance away, and as has become your habit, you draw the bloodletter from the sheath at your waist. You examine the blade again, turning it over in your hand. You see the dull grey, folded, almost Damascus type steel blade, and the bejeweled hilt, almost sort of bat shaped, with 2 sort of slivers of garnet for eyes. The kind of carved ebony handle with a sort of gold filigree inlay, right down to the ruby and the pommel. As you look at the ruby, you notice that it's missing some of its usual luster. It's not the deep red that you expect to see when you look at it. In fact, all of the light is gone from it. It's turned jet black. And as you continue to gaze at it, your subconscious slips and you feel like you're falling through the black void, getting drawn towards the black centre of the jewel in the pommel of your blade. And you come to conscious, standing in front of a massive black mansion. You look to your left and your right, and it is just walls of this mansion, walls and windows as far as your eye can see in either direction. You look down at your feet, and you see that the ground underneath you is sort of undulating and pulsating, and it looks to be for want of a better word, it looks to be alive. It looks to be like a mass of sort of undulating flesh underneath your feet. You look up at the sky, and rather than the early morning dawn lightning sky that you would expect to see, all you see is red. The sky's red, the clouds are red, the moon in the sky is red. Occasionally, the mass of redness is pocked with the outline of like a great bat or a ragged crow, but otherwise it's silent. Nothing happens. The doors in front of you, the mansion, open out, and almost without your control, you start to walk forward. And as you cross the threshold of the mansion, the hunger and the thirst overwhelms you. Like you've never experienced it before, like to a level that you've just never known. There's no amount of rabbits on the continent that is going to deal with this thirst. It's just overpowering you. And as you enter in, sort of torches flicker on, but you can see that the torches are sort of made out of like femurs wrapped in rags and lit on fire, and they're giving off this sort of faint red light. The long corridor in front of you that leads up to a staircase, that like a grand staircase that opens up like into two separate staircases and follows up into halls upstairs. That whole corridor is lined with statues that sort of on closer inspection appear to be made out of the same living flesh material that the ground outside was. You look around and everything inside this place is just covered, dripping in blood. You look up from this to the top of the stairs and you see a tall, slender, well-dressed half-elf with pale white skin and a long, pointed, blonde beard. As he walks towards you, you see that his tailored suit is just the most luxurious, brocaded black and red material. His hair is slicked back and immaculate. And he sees you, and he sees what you're holding in your hand. And you sort of detect a flash of recognition across his face as he recognises the bloodletter. And then just in a flurry of movement where you sort of feel like you detect sort of like almost like a beast, like an animal, sort of as if it's running towards you. But then that's gone, and this finely dressed half-elf gentleman is stood right in front of you, just inspecting you, looking you up and down. And you try to talk to introduce yourself, but nothing comes out of your mouth. And he looks at you and he gives you sort of an appraising look and he says, Von Morgenstern, how like your father you are. And he takes the bloodletter out of your hand and he says, a fine weapon, one of mine. And as he takes the knife and he draws it across the palm of his hand, you see blood bloom in the wound and then the wound close. But the blood that he's drawn from his own hand is then, like you've seen happen before, swirls round the blade of the bloodletter and absorbed into the ruby in the end of the pommel. And that red, bright red luster that you're used to is restored back into it. And he hands it back to you. And he says, now go forth from here and bring honour to your Lord Conchelsis. And at that, you come back to consciousness. sat with your back to camp. You look down at your hands and you see a cut across your left palm just as it starts to heal. Just exactly the same place that you saw him cut into his hand. But no blood letter. You look to the sheath where you keep the blood letter. There's nothing there. And as you stand wondering what happens, the image of all of that comes back into your mind and plays through again. And as you imagine him once again, as the picture of Canchelsis drawing the blood letter back across his hand, it appears back in yours as if summoned from nowhere, but it's different in appearance. The handle, the pommel is all the same. The ruby is there and it is glowing a vivid red, but instead of a dagger's blade, it now looks like a short sword, like a Roman gladius. And where it was a dull grey round the entire blade, dull grey like folded Damascus steel, you now see like an iridescent red edging along the cutting surfaces of the sword. The blood letter changed as it has been. You reach in with your consciousness again into the jewel in the pommel where his blood was absorbed into, and as you do that, you feel a wave of energy just crackle through your body. You feel renewed. The hunger's gone. You sit for a moment. You look at the blood letter again. You loosen your grip on it slightly. It dissipates, turns to like a red mist and dissipates and is absorbed back into your arm. Your watch ends. It's morning. Your compatriots are rested and a new day stretches out before you. And that's where we're going to leave it for this session.
Okey-dokey. But we get to level up. We're what level are
Level
we?
3 now. Level 3. Welcome to level 3.
Level 3.
Level 3, baby. So you all get stuff now. Like you should all have start to get class abilities and such like.
I now have Pass Without a Trace.
now
Pass
without
to
a
pick
trace.
my roguish archetype.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh my god.
Okie dokie.
Serious.
Yes. Okay, stay in Discord if you can, guys. Thanks again. I will finish up stream and be right back with you, okay?
Sounds good.
Cheers. There we go. There we have it, chat. So thank you everybody for hanging about while we played D&D today. That was awesome. Thanks to I guess Neverblinket and Synoptic for the raids. Thanks to Jeff for those couple of gifted subs earlier on. If you're still here, dude, thank you so much. Thanks to everybody who has joined us today and new followers. Perfect Demon, Fib and Kylix, Rookx84, Igor the Vicious, excellent name. Normally the channel is a Destiny video games type channel. Today and every couple of Saturdays we'll be playing D&D as we run through the Dragon of Icespire Peak. So yeah, please do join us. Thanks everybody for hanging. We are going to go and drop a host on someone before we finish up. And it looks like that someone is going to be... Do you know what? Let's see if there's another Dungeons and Dragons stream. We can go and drop the host on. Captain Robia. Let's do that shit. Right, guys. Captain Robert is probably one of the bigger D&D streamers on the platform. So let's go and just drop love over there, seeing as we're on a D&D tip. I know, Saber, it does. Wuthers has already DM'd me to fucking moan at me about it. Right, let's do that. Where the fuck is chat now? Okay. So yeah, thanks again everybody for hanging. I will be back probably tomorrow for some video games TBD. Until then, have lovely Saturdays. I will check you all later. Thanks for hanging. Until tomorrow, scurry out.